Hey guys, Stephanie will be here in a second. We wanted to go a little bit earlier because a lot of people can't come so late all the time, and plus we got a lot of stuff that we want to talk about tonight. And so I figured I would just go a little bit early. I know it's like not my normal time. We'll still be on at my normal time, like 'cause we got a lot to talk about. But hey, Miss Nummer, hey Suzanne, hey Kit Kat. Um, so last night I put this video up. Um, Like, I was floored. Chris Watts' parents spoke out on a panel last night for like the first time in forever. I feel like he's trolling the whole world, and like it's a joke at this point. Honestly, he's a whole joke, obviously. But anyways, I thought it was interesting. Hey Eric, hey Alex, hey Sin, hey Amy, hey Cool Gamer, Rosewater. Uh, so of course we have something to talk about with Laura because when don't we? Because she's such an idiot. All kinds of stuff, just different little topics tonight. Hey, Anna Mary. It's good to see you again, Rosewater. I felt like we didn't see you for a little while. Oh my God, Susie Q, it is so appalling. And I accidentally messed it up, but it was like one of those times when I was like, no, I am not redoing like a whole video. We're gonna watch a blowjob Betty because she really thinks she's the press. God, there's like a million things to talk about. So I was like, well, we'll just go live for longer tonight. And just talk about it all. But my kids have like a 3-day weekend this weekend, so we're just kind of being lazy around the house today. Good to see you, Eric. It's been a little while. Anna Mary, hey, Dee Dee. Um, oh, hey, I'm glad you're here, Dee Dee. I want to wait for Stephanie to pull up the Chris Watts stuff, but we can watch one of the blowjob Betty videos while we wait. It's so embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for her and that thing that she goes with. Hold on, let me get it. Actually, we can do the Laura one because Stephanie actually like did a video on this earlier, so she knows about it. It's not like, and that's just why we wait for her. So I don't want to show the stuff that I really, really want to talk about. This is just to show that Laura never changes, of course. This could be like the exact same thing she said about us, right? And then she made Hummingbird a post, which is so stupid. All right, here we go.
Here's where we're at. I had I don't know, a mass exodus, you want to say, of a bunch of Patreons, a couple, like a month. White Lotus, how long ago? 2 months ago?
Like, this is seriously, hold on. This is seriously what happens to her. Like, I don't know, once every 6 months, she has this mass exodus. She has like this big thing where people leave. Hey, Katja. Hey, Huck. Hootersville. I guess so, Huck. She's so ridiculous. Here we go. Hey, Mike. Hi, Ben.
2 months ago, I think.
Oh my God, was Angel live? I never get her notifications. Was she live? Is that what you like? She sent you? Is that what you mean? Because that was not on purpose. I didn't even know she was. I gotta like, what the fuck? Uh, okay, well, I never get her notifications, and I've unsubbed twice now and like resubbed. I'm even a member, and I don't like. YouTube needs to get it together because I could have just waited another half an hour and let her finish. Ugh. I know, but it's so frustrating because like I hardly ever get her notif. Like unless somebody says like Angel's live, I don't ever know, and it's really frustrating. Um. Okay. Good. Okay. Good. Hey, just Angel. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were live. I never get a notification. Like I've even unsubbed and resubbed twice. Um. And that, like, I have a link room in my Discord where I put everybody's link, and that is like acting so stupid, won't add anybody's link. So I actually have to like contact them. But I'm very frustrated with not getting people's notifications. Okay, here, I'll restart it.
All right. here's where we're at. I had I don't know, a mass exodus, you want to say, of a bunch of Patreons, a couple, like a month. White Lotus, how long ago? 2 months ago? 2 months ago, I think. And a bunch of them left. One followed after the other.
Shut up, Laura.
And I never said a word about it. Okay.
Hey,
Some
guys.
of them left because they
Hey.
got mad at me for something. Others, I felt like you were purposely trying to hurt me. And
She's talking about
they
Patreon
left.
again.
Some of them left because they got mad at me for something, and that's fine. But,
Well, this is a clip from earlier. This is her clip from earlier, but like she'll be like, if my patrons leave, I don't mention it. Even if they drag me, I don't talk about them. Okay.
Yeah. And then she goes at Huck for saying one comment in a chat. It's just like, no, you do every time they leave. If they leave and make comments anywhere else, you see them in any other chats, you go at them. That's what you do.
It is what she does. Yeah, she's so ridiculous. And then I'll show you guys what she said to she made a community post. We'll look at that after.
Mass
they have every right
exodus.
to change their mind about me or not like me anymore. I'm not going to be mad at them for that. But what I have a problem with is all the bullshit that's followed. I have not said one word about them. I have not.
She dragged Huck like
publicly or privately.
She's never talked about anyone ever. She never wanted anybody first. She never drags anybody. She never talks about anybody. She ignores the world. Like she doesn't do anything.
Even though like the only reason we knew that there was any like mass exodus, that's so stupid, is because she yelled at them on a stream. I don't know, like I don't remember the specifics of who she yelled at because it was a couple months ago, but she was like, you can get the F out of here and you're out of Discord. I think it was Huck, but like she yelled at them from the panel. That's how we even knew there was an issue. She never learns. It's just the same shit. Me too, McMike.
You know what? Huck was still, I don't know if it was before or after, but what I remember was Huck was still going into her chat trying to, kind of save face a little bit, I think, right? And not let the public know yet. And every time Laura would take some kind of fucking issue with what she was saying in chat, whether it was about a case or whatever, like Huck was just rubbing her all the wrong ways. And that's because they already had been fighting in the background.
Brandy, you're green for me. You're green for I don't know, you're green for me. Not sure if there's like a glitch, but you are green.
Yeah, she has a little ball beside of her name.
Yeah. Pale Rider, we're gonna boot you out of the chat. Hey, Social Fade. Pale Rider, aren't you under here and you're like NatClo and 180 account? I mean, hey, Unbothered. Hey,
Mother.
Yeah, your name is green. Look on the screen. I pinned it just for you so that you see it has like the little member icon by it or whatever. It still has it there.
It's a ball.
Yeah, maybe it's because you're a ball. Only on this screen.
It is. Because in Randy's, like, I'm a member because like it was gifted, but I can't even tell a difference because it just looks like you look the same as if you had a wrench.
Oh, whether so it doesn't change like the blue from green. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's strange. Hey, I could be. How you doing? All right, I'm gonna push play.
There's a few of them that pissed me off that have tried to get under my skin, and personally, I felt like I did a pretty good job of not feeding into it. Some of them who hated these people, all of a sudden they're in all their chats.
Yeah,
I have not said one word about it.
Yeah, it's this third or fourth time you've mentioned it, and Huck literally has been in maybe 3 or 4 of my chats. Like she's not here all the time. That's a lie. She came for the true crime one, and even if she was, she's not your property.
But she doesn't tell Huck where to go. That was part of what she said. You've always been free to go where you want to go. Even though right now You all aren't even friends anymore, Laura, and you're still talking about where she goes. So
Right.
clearly, she was under the impression for a good reason that you would get mad if she came to our chats. Like, what the
Hey,
fuck?
sorry, D. How are you doing, sweetheart? Good to see you. Hey, 180. Yeah, like everybody knows if you are on Laura's Patreon, you better not be caught dead in my chat.
Hey, Bluebird, you know she would have flipped her shit.
Yeah, she would have. All right, I'm pushing play.
You know what? You want to be a two-faced bitch? You go right ahead.
Okay, hold
I
up.
know that
Sorry.
you really.
All right, I'm not going to mute anymore after this. I know it's super annoying, but everybody knows how Huck, me and Huck used to fight all the time. Like, it's not a big deal that she comes in my chat and we're cordial. We're not braiding each other's hair. Like, it sucks when you go from
Not what I
having a
heard.
chat to hang out to. I know, right? You know, don't tell. It sucks when you go from having a chat to hang out and it's live every day, and then you leave and you can't really go to those chats anymore. What's the big deal? She's in my chat. She's not causing problems. Hey, Texas
But
girl.
and pointing it out whenever you're already shitting on Huck to begin with, like you're just, if it was me, it would just make me want to go in those chats more. I'm just like,
Yeah, Huck is outside the box. Huck is in here right now. She's like right above Hooker and unbothered. Like it's not like she's in here like raising hell or even saying anything bad about anybody. She's just like, who cares? It's a damn chat, a public one. Like, for fuck's sake.
You feel about that creator? So the fact that you're in there is laughable. Absolutely laughable. Bullshit, if you could.
Did Gone Girl give memberships? I hate that I can't see it on this side. Hold on.
you said you
Hold on.
weren't going to mute again.
I know, but I don't want to not thank somebody for memberships. That's rude. I said that, but
She said you're welcome. She did, I think.
Okay.
She said,
Okay.
you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Gone Girl. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Send me that info, would be great.
She get 5.
And I haven't said a word. Let them do what they got to do. But then yesterday, someone shows me this text message that was posted in, I don't even remember whose live it was. I think it was Alicia. And I was dumbfounded, absolutely dumbfounded. And I just felt like, you know what? I sat on this all day. And I'm still friends with people who have left Laura. I don't get it.
Sat on what? Her making a comment in a chat?
All night last night. And
I'm not sure because I don't know the behind the scenes part of it. I'm not sure what she sat on all day, but you know she ain't sitting for more than an hour. And that means she got it at noon, and it's like 2.
About. It's a screenshot of a comment.
Oh my God, that's so stupid.
Say anything. And then I just felt like, no, I gotta say something. Huck, what in the fuck is your problem?
She rhymed.
Let's straighten a couple things out, okay? First of all, whoever I choose to be friends with is not your motherfucking problem, okay? That's first of all. Second of all, do I tell you where you can and can't go? What the hell is this? She's tie you down.
Fucking comment. Sorry, I'm hitting the table.
She's serious.
Comment. One.
Okay. So somebody that actually financially backed you for years, and I only know that because she's talking about she was a Patreon, right? So she financially and mentally backed you for years. Didn't have
put up with your bullshit.
You had put up with all your bullshit, backed you, and didn't like. I'm going to guess it was like the controversial people who kept having up, like I don't know, Ryan, because I know that's what the public fight was about.
Yes.
And all that shit. But you can, every time you get a comment that she says in my chat, you can go live and cry about it for the whole fucking live. But how dare her have some kind of an opinion, right? Fuck out of here.
Is this the same live, or she went back live again after what I already clipped today? Is this a different live?
No, I
Or is
think
this
it's
later
probably from
on
the
in the
same.
live?
It's probably
Okay.
later on in the same live. It's
Okay.
probably later on. I
Just
would
curious.
hope. I would hope. Hey, lab. Um, yeah, just Angel. Okay, I'm pushing play.
To your head for 3 years? I don't think so. Nobody ever held a fucking gun to your head where you got to run around, oh, I'm free. Get the fuck out of here with this fake ass bullshit.
I would change
And
my name.
in the chat.
I swear I would change my name to I'm free. Or Huck, I'm free. It's me, Huck. I don't know. I would change I'm free would be in my name somewhere. Fuck
For
her with a bird and a cage.
She's out of the cage. She's going to spread her wings. That comment definitely hit a nerve. And it's because she knows it's fucking true. That's why. She knows it's true.
She does.
And it's like, no, Huck didn't comment in those chats because she was, loyal to Laura. So she
Right.
knew that if she would have commented in your chat, she would have been booted like a motherfucker. Like,
Exactly.
Huck's
Like
free. She can't stand that.
I'm cracking up. Sorry. I'm done.
That's first of all. Second of all, why in the hell, she's an ex-Patreon, why in the hell do you think that I think about you before I choose to make a friend? That's first of all. I don't give a fuck where you go.
Oh, this
It's
is the
not
same clip.
my issue, nor is it my
I thought
problem.
so, but
But
It
thank you
is. I
for
was confused
showing
for.
me and for blatantly admitting that you're only going to these places to piss me off. I'm glad I hold so much power in your brain because you don't hold any in mine.
Hey, Long Island girl.
I do not fucking think about you before
Huck
I
didn't say
decide
that in
to
her
be
comment.
friends with someone. I do not think of you or base my friendships on how, who, or where, what lives you go to. You call everybody else a narcissist, bitch. I think you're a psychopath. I really do.
Welcome to the Psychopath Club. Huck, that's what her go-to. Like, they're psychotic, they're insane, they're obsessed. Like, okay, Laura.
I'm sure that means so much coming from you, Laura, calling somebody a psychopath.
Yeah. So here's her community post, all right, and it's like, hold on, let's see. Oh, it's right here, and I'm gonna explain my stance on the hummingbird because I did say it to somebody, or a couple people that didn't understand. Well, I kind of explained how I see it, and how I'm sure Hummingbird will correct me if I'm wrong. But all right, it says, wait, is that on the screen? All right. So it says, so someone just showed me this comment and I have to laugh at it. Here's some life coaching advice, girl. Whatever. Is it my fault you want to be accepted so badly that you just hate anyone because you thought I did? Are you not a grown adult? I'm so sorry that you felt so weak that you only hated someone because I did. Girl, you and anyone else that can't make up their own decision seriously should go for counseling. Please don't speak for others, though. Most of the women on my Patreon are very strong with a mind of their own. Now, if we are going to speak truth, then let's call it for what it is. I did nothing to you or anyone else, Birdie. The fact that you need help to make up stuff in order to feel accepted by the other side, well, that's on you, sweetie. The fact that you are still talking about me 2 years later is comical, really, and a bit flattering. But God forbid I ever respond to the nonstop Laura. Oh my God, Laura breathed wrong, so let's make a video about it. Oh, damn, Laura ate a cake. Mandy Lynn's live at 8.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, sorry.
She wrote your name.
I know. Thanks, Laura.
I can't believe it.
And there y'all are. 2 years now, Birdie. almost 4 years for the others. How sad. But hey, keep on keeping on. We all know I will. Oh, and by the way, the truth is that I never hated anyone. And you know that. I hate fakeness, fake people, liars, and weak bitches. Oh, and those that are, well, obsessed. Oh, look, it's everything you all are. Silly me. Move on, little children. I don't play in the sandbox with y'all. Peace. This will be the last time I respond to your irrelevance. Sorry.
Right.
And so Hummingbird said, and we're gonna watch the video too because it's under Hartley video. She says, see, but I think it's like the same video, but I just want to look at the comments. But it says, see, this is the part that pisses me off. She says it every time. Laura, why did we hate these creators? Let me help you since you're slow. We hated them because of you. They didn't do anything to us, but we stood with you, so we didn't like them. Period. And how I interpret that is, I mean, she told her Patreons I called CPS on her. Why would they want to come to my chat? Um, and they backed Laura, and I call Laura on her bullshit, and we fight back and forth. When you're friends with somebody and you're loyal to somebody, you're not gonna go hang out with the person that's doing that. Like she said that my whole Kimmy P's whole Discord knew that I called CPS on her and didn't speak up. Like that was one of her
Right.
accusations one time.
That's what she's not saying. Oh, you say go hate this person. I hate this person. No, you sit around and lied. You said so many fucking lies. Then that's why they hated you. You know what I mean? Like they believed her lies because she was their friend and they trusted her.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately.
Yep. Yeah, it's the same clip, so I don't want to like replay it. But hold on.
Long Island girl.
I don't think that other comment is there anymore. There was a comment that I should have screenshotted, but I didn't. Oh well. Okay, so Rainy C even said she turned us against by all the lies she told us. Rainy C even told
yes.
Hummingbird that. Okay, so that comment was there. It's just it's so ridiculous. It's like it can't be. Okay, you can have one batch of Patreons leave. Horrible shit come out of that Patreon. Maybe it's mostly our fault. Okay. You can have a second batch. It's kind of like, maybe it lies with both people. But when you have 4 and 5 mass exodus, then like maybe you should start looking at what am I doing? What the fuck am I doing? Like,
how could we? I'm sorry, you're being very gracious. How could we cause her people to leave her? Like, okay, right now, is there something that I could go and clip and show to your audience to turn them against you and have them leave your chat?
no, they'd have to come and see it, especially longtime supporters. You're talking Huck has been there for 3 years. If I can't, I'm not going to say shit that's going to make Huck leave. She doesn't put that much stock into what I say. For one, we're not friends. She comes to my chat, big fucking deal. But for two, she's not going to take my word and on something like that. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It makes no sense whatsoever.
No.
No, they leave because, especially ones that really support her, they don't leave because of what's said about her. That's why most people stay. They leave because of the way that you treat them eventually, Laura.
Right. Or, just because Laura will do this thing and she does it. I've seen this pattern a lot with her. She will get an influx of new Patreons and members and put her old ones on the burner and act like they are causing all these problems or too needy. They needed this too much, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just, that's what she does.
Well, I just don't think that we have the power.
Control.
You're giving us way too much power to say that
No.
one of us can cause those people to leave Patreon. It's impossible. And like they looked at us like enemies. So how are we going to show them something to make them leave? I just don't think it's possible.
Exactly. They're not going to just take our word for shit and make us their deciding factor. Give me a mother effing break. Like, not happening. So,
of course, she's never going to look at herself and be like, what should I do differently? Because she's super stubborn. She's probably the most stubborn person I've ever seen in life. I can see why she's single, but she's
I
just
hate
never gonna be like, this is, what did I do in the situation? How can I work through it? No, she's like, I'm gonna be friends with who I'm gonna, you're gonna have to be around whoever I say that you're gonna be around, and eventually all that piles up and shit breaks
Mhm,
down. Happens,
mhm.
Laura. Hate it for
Yep.
you.
You sound so
You
sincere.
Capone in my chat saying that
Ugh.
he can't even take us serious about what I was saying in that video because we lied on him about being that clone.
Okay, well, all right. Well, you know what? You just keep staying there and getting burned a little, man. I don't know what to tell you at this point.
Well, there was another
Um,
clone in my chat of him saying, because
mhm.
I didn't block him, I just let him talk, get out of his system, right? And there was another clone called Unknown something, Unknown Capone too, maybe.
Unknown.
Or
No, maybe it was. There's an unboned Capone, like unboned
maybe
instead of
that's what it was.
or
And that
something.
account was like, well, he's just too dumb. It really wasn't him. He's just too dumb to see it was Laura setting him up. And I was like, oh my God.
Oh, oh, damn!
So
Like,
I don't know, but that definitely is still on his mind all this time later. I'll say that.
well, that's sad. I don't. That's. Um, I don't know. Right. That's how I feel, Angel. Stephanie's nicer than me. Hey, Clancy. Okay,
I
so hold on, I'm trying to find because we're like talking about Laura. Wait, before we go on, did everybody hear that MGL called Laura to validate something for her the other night? Did y'all get to hear that?
She answered the phone within 30
Yes.
seconds. I heard
Uh,
it.
she answered the phone and she was like, yeah, that's what happened. And MGL called her babe before they hung up. I'm like, oh, gag me.
First of all,
Um,
MGL fucking kissed Pug's ass for years, and now she's calling Laura to validate that Pugs is crazy. Like, leave Pugs alone, both of you. And on top of that, she was like, why is everybody saying that me and MGL are besties now? And I was like, MGL would never be your bestie, Laura. Like,
no,
I hate to
MGL
tell
is
you,
nobody's
you're
bestie.
out of her league now. Hate it for
She
you.
don't need to. She don't even need you
No.
now, but she just needs you. She literally hung up after she was like, "Yeah, that's what happened." And she's like, "All right, babe, bye." Like she don't have time for you
She's
even.
not even gonna talk. And she was like, why else would MGL call me? For content while she was live. There's not another. She was like, I thought somebody was dead. She would not call Laura if somebody had died. No, that would never happen. Laura, you wouldn't be on her first 100 people to call.
No, 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 no. They're coworkers though. I'll never forget. Like recently, like
Coworkers.
a couple months ago, she called herself a coworker. Like a coworker. We're here on YouTube, okay? Hey, Mellow One. Hey, someone's
Oh,
uncle.
yeah, that was one thing. If I want to talk to Marissa to sell my candles, I will. But do I think that she's a hypochondriac narcissist, is what she said. I
Oh
don't think
my
that's what she
god.
meant to say. But it's like, I don't think she's going to let you pimp your candles out through her if you're going to call her a narcissist. But okay.
Okay, so all right. Huck said, I think Laura is those clone accounts of Capone. And then Just Fact said, I avoided the clips until it was in my face and I had to face reality. She lied about everything. And that's common, And
Mhm.
Huck, I wouldn't put it past Laura. I've caught her trolling so many times, and she, I wouldn't put it past her at all.
Well, see, that's the reason
Um,
why I brought it up. I know, okay. I know that he puts himself in the middle of everything, but I have also heard her throw him under the bus and blame it on him. Like he's the one keeping her in drama. He's the one bringing drama to her, all of that. I know that's not the case because I see what Laura's involved in, see what she talks about, what she pays attention to. He's not just solely bringing her drama and she would be
no,
out of
I
it,
mean, I do know that
So I
I
do
know that
feel
he
bad
gives
if
her
it's
clips.
her.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't feel bad for him because he's just a little simp, but I mean, I don't think he's solely the reason. I know that he has been asked to stop putting clips in because other people that left a long time ago told me, but Laura can't blame him for her still being in drama. That's not how this goes. Like, no, no,
She's a
no.
fully grown fucking adult.
Right,
So
exactly.
what if that ever came out? You know what? And maybe he is so like gung ho about her, she knows he would never believe it, even if he's seen the facts in front of his face.
He wouldn't. He wouldn't. He would say that we did it somehow.
Which that's all on
Um,
him if that's the case, because if he's still worried about it, truly, because he was, bitching about it today. If he's truly worried about it, maybe he should get to the bottom of it with Laura. That's what I say.
yeah, I think so, because it
They
did
can
look
hash
like you
that
at the
out.
time. It really right when he would come in, that account would come in when he would get blocked. Like
Well, it was
it
made
had
to
to be
look like
somebody that he
him.
knew.
And
Right.
it
It
was
had to be
even
new.
made to look like an accident, like he slipped up. So it was very calculated, whoever it was very calculated to make it look like it was him.
Oh, whoever did that, they made it look like an accident that he commented under something about me. And then that was the one that was like threatening me with CPS, that account or something like that. I'd have to go
Yes.
revisit it all. Something like that.
Well, I know all the accounts were saying family names, all that stuff, doxing, all that. I don't know. It was crazy. Those accounts were definitely crazy. They were wild.
Yeah, and I still think Capone's a dirty little shit that does troll. I just do. But I know that I also think I can see that he could have been set up with that stuff now. When it first happened, I was like, nope. But now that I've caught Laura trolling more than I've caught him trolling, to be honest. Like I've caught Laura trolling way more than him.
She gets busted out every single time. I just don't think he has the balls to come in and be like, you all lied about me trolling, and it's really him all this time later. I just don't think he has the balls to lie like
Well,
that.
yeah,
Maybe he
maybe
does.
not, but
I
I'm
just think he's too big of
I'm
a pussy for that.
he might be. I'm not going to just solely blame him. I could see how he could be set up, but I do know he's a little troll that says some pretty nasty shit at the same time. Like
Well, I
my
say if
experience
he
with
wasn't
him.
if he wasn't stuck up Laura's ass and always fighting her battles, then maybe he wouldn't have ever gotten the blame. I'll say that.
Exactly. That's true. Okay, so we're gonna watch this because it's like one of my favorite clips ever. Um, it is blowjob Betty got turned away because she doesn't have any credentials for being a journalist. So we're gonna watch that.
Are little baby Q has been found at the landfill. Not 100% confirmed yet, but there has been no arrest made yet. Okay, Donnie, from my information, is still in the house behind me. Okay. The news conference, we went down to the news conference, even though Betty had credentials. The lady read out her credentials wrong and put in the wrong numbers, and they wouldn't let us in.
Did you hear what he said? They went to go in, they checked
He
his
lied.
credentials and that he didn't have any. He lied.
Yeah, he just bold faced lied. She read out her credentials. She put them in wrong, and they wouldn't let them in. All people do is lie on the internet. I'm convinced. She's never had credentials. She even talks about it, how she doesn't need them in America, that she has freedom of speech, freedom of press, blah, blah, blah. Like, she's never had any of that.
No, she doesn't have none of it. Mm-mm. All right, I'm gonna push play, and then there's another one. So, where she talks about it for a second. So, all right, this one is where they talk about they're not a couple. Like I made a little playlist, so it's just gonna go down it, and it's all heels in
Oh,
there
I
because
haven't
she's
seen that.
awesome. Yeah.
Long Island girl said, why wouldn't you just clean up a bit before you go to those crime scenes like that?
Can you imagine? They probably go look like that too. Like they have nothing. They have nothing. Nothing. You're not blocked, Daria. I actually have something I want to ask you about in a second, Daria. Well, for one, did you ever email me? But I'll get to you in a. Hold on, let me play this real quick and get a drink.
But to me, this is a learning curve. So the next time I come back out, I'll have battery packs. I'll have a better
5 phones.
laptops, 5 phones. Everything we need, I will have, because we're running into these little situations where they I don't think they worried about us too much.
I can tell you right now, and despite what everybody says, and Jimmy, this is the first thing that he can tell you. When people come out and start talking about we're not supposed to be here, we can't be here, I know the law. And even when cops show up, they don't even come and approach me to ask me my side of the story or any questions. They just tell them right off the bat, there's nothing we can do. It's a waste of your time, because and even Jimmy, you're complete professionals out here. Now, granted, I do some, my job is different than regular news jobs. So, when I have an opportunity to ask a question, I'm going to ask a question. Just like then. We thought Leilani was in the vehicle. What did I ask?
Leilani, tell us what happened to Quentin.
What happened? You know what I got? Because these people in this home are so violent, and every person that they associate with are violent, that here we have but here we have everybody is violent.
No, you're not pre-blocked, Daria. I just got asked to show. You said like that people wouldn't show me a screenshot where you were saying you liked me. I'm very confused by it, to be honest. I don't even know what all happened. So I didn't know what that was about. If there was like something that was said or something that made you say that. So anyways, I just didn't know if that's all. But no, I knew you wanted to email me a picture.
She got blocked from Starlights. That's why she's asking you that.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I had to go do something in the middle of the night last night that I normally wouldn't have to do. Didn't even get to watch all of Starlights. So, and just because I know people think that like, just because you get blocked one place, you're going to be blocked another place, but that's not how I barely ever block people. Like, unless it's really bad. I don't like to block people. Because my belief is they'll just come back under a sock. Usually, not you, Daria. I mean in general. Like, I try not to block people. I try to let everybody have their voice.
A little like summary of what happened. From what I seen was there was an RDA stream, and she made some comments in the chat about 180 that Starlight wasn't too happy with, so she just blocked her from chat.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. I didn't know that was the situation, because I was like, I know that's what it was about. Never mind. Just don't even bother answering. I know what it's about. 180 actually really is sick, though. That's what I'm going to say about that. He really is. I forgot about that, but that's not my place to address that. He's in the chat if he wants to. All right. Carrying along. Okay. All right. Here we go.
They're not a couple. No. Betty's down there, I'm over here. I mean, we're a team here. You know what I'm saying? Now, me and Betty just been working on these secret. Betty's into the same shit I'm into.
What's their secret? Judy has an inoperable brain tumor the size of my fist, and that just happens to be Glenn's fetish.
Oh my God,
I like the cartoons. Like I do. I like little cartoons. You should do those heels and air. Actually, I really like the little cartoons. Okay. Hold on, because I want to see. I thought there was one with Betty, but we'll just watch them in order. This one's Chasing Truth. I have not watched this one yet. And then the French fry incident, and then is Adrienne out one. They're all funny. Like, I love her sense of humor. So if you guys are not subbed, which I'm sure everybody is, make sure you sub up. I'll share her link.
Where are my queens, babe? Yes, girl. Don't this crown look so good on me? Yes, girl. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, girl. Yes, 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 yes. We're living in a woman's
I still feel so bad because when Chasing Truth came over here, it was like such a tense time, and I called her a stupid FMB. I feel so bad still. Like that was like 2 years ago now or something. But that was like a super case of like prejudging somebody that I shouldn't have done. I didn't know her though, and that when all that stuff was going on. Oh my God, it was just really bad time in this community. But I don't think that at all now.
Give it up now. Give it up, give it up, give it up. Give it up, give it up, give it up now. Give it up, give it up, give it up. Yes, girl. Where are my queens, babe? Where you at? Yes, girl. Don't this crown look so good on me? Yes, girl. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, 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 yes. Ooh, yeah. We're living in a woman's world. Give it up for my girl. Give it up, give it up now. Give it up, give it up, give it up. Give it up, give it up, give it up now. Give it up, give it up, give it up now. 'Cause we're living in a woman's.
This is a super nice video. And Chasing Truth's like one of the only ones that actually sticks to facts over there. So she really does
Yes.
deserve like a queen. I know I wasn't like a super fan at first, as I just told y'all, but she's turned out to be like the only one that sticks to facts. She doesn't just run with things, all of that.
She doesn't turn her true crime channel into drama.
No, not at all. Okay, here we go.
But yeah, like I said, neighbor came out there and he was like, I know y'all think y'all
Oh
doing.
my God, look at this picture she's using.
Like, who the fuck are you, dude? Are you captain own the street? You know what I'm saying? If you ain't, you need to carry your ass up on my face. I ain't letting nobody put their hands on me. You ain't my mama. My mama dead. She's been dead for 10 years. You ain't putting your hands on me. You put your hands on me, you're going to be fucking toothless. I mean, that's just the way it is. Watch what's going to happen. Hit me with the fucking fry, I dare you. He's like, well, put that fucking camera down. I walk, slam over to the fucking media, set my camera down on their fucking car, walk right back up, and I'm like, what you going to fucking do now? The big bad fucking man, hit me with it. Hit me with it. You know what I'm saying? Don't throw him on the fucking ground like you trying to throw him at me. Hit me with one. You know what I'm saying? Hit me. And the whole time he did all that crying. And 90% of everything
Wait,
shot,
isn't she talking about everybody else being violent down there? He sounds like he's the violent one, just saying.
Yeah, that from the sounds of it. Blaze, I was just about to ask that if they still do their channel together. You literally read my mind.
I forgot.
Now this
The
one's one of
French
my
fry.
favorite ones. It's the one is Adrian out. God.
This is a good one.
I know, I love this one.
Oh my God. Four women that want to go down on me at the same time. 4 women that oh my God. These 4 women are obsessed with me. You don't understand how sick and crazy is that. Honestly, need Jeremy here to help Jake get his hours in for his permit. You get what I'm saying? I need someone to help me just walk the dog, take him to the groomers, just help me with just, my.
Everybody be nice to like no mentioning people's illnesses. I don't have too many rules here, right? That's why I didn't elaborate much on it. Let's not mention anybody's illnesses, okay? That's not appropriate. That's why I didn't elaborate on it anymore other than to say he's sick. There's other things you can mention besides that. All right, here we go. And I will hook her.
My shakes, just a lot of things, reminding me. Finn sent me this beautiful new fucking purse. Authentic. Oh, I just got a brand new purse from Tom Ford. My husband sent me this. Thank you very much. Yeah, authenticity
A
card.
parting gift.
Thank you. I just got this
No.
from FedEx about 45 minutes ago. Yes, my husband loves me. So guess what? I don't know if he's leaving me. Oh my God, what am I going to do?
Oh, she's so gross.
How am I going to make it? I'm going to be living in a cardboard box. He's going to take the baby.
I had an overwhelming sensation of fight or flight just now.
Blair.
Parker wants me to read her comments, so I'm going to go scroll for that. Hold on. There's a lot of comments. Hold on. I'll find you. Let's see. Let me find it. There's Jules. I miss Jules. I don't get to see her that often. She watches a lot of the replays, though. Hold on. God, there's a lot of comments on here.
Holy shit.
I know, right? You go, girl.
Bugs, shout out Bugs.
Yeah.
So
oh my
don't be
God,
chasing
Aussie flag. Yeah, there's Chasing Truth. There's Aussie flag. There she is.
That's hilarious.
Okay. No, I said that. Oh my God. Listen, I say, as lesbian, I'm completely offended for my
That's
whole
not what she
tribe
said.
of Twandas.
You did not read that You did not read that correctly. Mm-mm.
Excuse me, what? What
That
did I
does
do?
not say lesbian.
Okay, now I got to go over there and blow it up because I'm looking at it little. Hold on. Ugh.
Sorry. It says Lesbanese.
Okay, sorry. Hold on a second. I just choked on my drink reading the real comment. I thought it was. I just said. Listen. Okay, I just said to Stephanie. Laura, was it Stephanie? It was somebody. I said, nobody wants to eat. No, I said it's a hooker. I said it's a hooker. That makes it even funnier.
Oh, I'm killing her. Really?
I gotta get a drink now. I'm gonna kill all of you.
That was hilarious. Oh shit. Okay, let's read the rest. I am completely offended for my own tribe. I can't. You gotta read it.
I hate you. Okay. As a lesbian, I am completely offended for my whole tribe of Tawandas. The count is in. There are not a combined total of 4 that would take on that moose knuckle.
Period as fuck. Oh, that was a great comment. That was totally worth everyone else gotta read that. Oh,
if you guys would have killed me, that would have been the way to die.
I thought for a second you might have.
Oh my God, I hate you guys so much. That was great.
I was just gonna let you keep reading it, and I was like, "No, that comment's too good. I can't let you just."
I had it on my because I had it on my on the screen where I'm looking at you instead of the open screen, so it's super little. So I was just skimming it, and I thought what she was gonna say is, I'm completely offended as a lesbian. Nobody wants that bitch because that's pretty much what I said to her earlier, right? I was like, oh God, nobody 4 people. I think it was her. I'm almost positive, but nobody 4 people do not want her. Maybe it wasn't who was. I don't know who it was, but it makes it even funnier that Hooker made the same comment under there. Okay. Oh my God, I'm not dead. I'm here. Oh. Jeez, oh Pete. All right.
Did you see? Oh shit! I opened up a window. Okay, did you see in the video the commentary, like the words on it was like, "Well, you do have a sizable moose knuckle." I died.
Oh my
A
God,
sizable.
no. A sizable. No.
Enough to go around for 4 people, I think, is what they were saying.
I cannot take y'all right now. I'm like, whew. Okay, so I got to get it together a little bit. I swear to God, I literally choked. Okay, this one's actually really sad. Maybe we should save that one for like later on when we give the updates about him. I think I'll just put this window off to the side and we'll just like play that one later.
Yeah.
Because that'll like, the whole stream will kind of go to that. And I don't.
There's no updates, anyways. Is there?
No, there is not updates. There's some new things that definitely should be mentioned, but we can do that like later because I want to do that towards the end. Oh my God, I cannot.
I missed that, Tara Kay, apparently. So Jackson Black was on panel, right, for Starlight's birthday. And apparently at some point, I got off at like after midnight, 12:30, something like that. And I went to sleep as soon as I got off. Well, apparently at some point, he stripped down to his boxers and showed his junk to everybody.
Wendy B was brazen
was
enough to like put that up without even censoring it. Is she trying to bomb her own channel? Yes, there's not. Yes, it's not even censored. It's not even censored. I don't know.
She porn-bombed herself. What the fuck? Oh my God. Why? What are you thinking, Wendy? Like, what? She wanted to make sure that she porn bombs her audience too. Like, it's not enough for him to just do it over there. Let's make sure everybody over here sees it too.
Yeah, and she called it happy birthday, boomer. She called Starlight a boomer. It's like, bitch, seriously, get a fucking grip. Like, no.
I don't think no. Do they have like? Is it like is boomer a thing in Australia like it is here? Maybe she doesn't.
I'm not sure. Maybe she doesn't know. Yeah, well, I don't know, Janine. She probably has to. She probably definitely has to edit that shit.
I can't believe she did that. Is it the first time Wendy's ever been porn bombed? I don't think anybody's ever porn bombed her, has they?
No, nobody's ever cared to porn bomb her. I'm just saying.
She did it herself. That's great.
She found out and she did it herself. Right, sweet Melissa. That's what I was saying. Like, what are you talking about? That's not a boomer, but let her think whatever she wants. It was so weird though.
Beck said Wendy V is desperate to get Starlight's attention. I understand that. That's one thing. But on top of that, putting someone's porn bomb so that your fucking viewers have to see it too. Like, that's beyond desperate. That's a whole
Hooker, you are not a boomer. You are not a boomer. Boomers act a certain way. It is not an age. You are not a boomer. Star boomer. No, the bitch is like the truth. The truth. Wendy B. They all act like boomers, okay? For real. And they get so offended by boomer, but they will sit in a chat. So I kind of want to. Well,
if you post up somebody's porn bomb on your own channel, like you're just a boomer then. Like, if you want to know what that is, that's it. That's crazy. I can't believe she did that. Sorry, I'm so stuck on that. Like, who does that to their audience? I'm sure our audience appreciated that.
I watched it twice. Like, did I misunderstand what I'm watching? Because okay, so as you guys know,
it's hilarious.
As you guys know, we recently had a death in my family. And then, so Bella was like, I want to go here and spend the night. And she was upset by it. By the death. She gets really upset around death. She's one of those kids that doesn't do well. So I had to go get her. at like 10:30 last night, I think it was, and it was not close to home. Like it wasn't far away, but um like she couldn't sleep. She just doesn't do like some kids do well where they can just bounce back. Other kids are like not good with those situations. She's just not good with those. So I knew that she wasn't going to want to stay away from home, but there was no telling her that. So I missed everything because I had to go get this kid in the middle of the night. And then I made the mistake of telling her my aunt had given me a gift card for McDonald's because she doesn't eat it. So she's like, oh my God, it's just me and you. We could do that. And then we had to watch movies like half the night, which was fun. It was a fun time, but I missed everything last night. So I was like, did I understand that correctly? Like she just
So
put up
the
her own
first
corn
thing
bomb. Yes. Yes.
going to Wendy's channel. Were you like, because listen, he came on panel and while he was playing songs, like he played a song, Starlight Sang, while he played the guitar. He was like playing a bunch of different songs. Like it was really fun. His mic was buzzing, mine was echoing, so we were all like kind of loud together, but he was doing great. I don't know at what time he took his clothes.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. He was being a little asshole from the parts that I did see, which wasn't much. Okay, I'm not saying I saw much because I didn't. But yeah. So for those, I guess everybody didn't know. Because I forgot. It was kind of like
Yeah, I
daytime
think I
stream
was
when I
blind
announced
on
it. Yeah, you must have been because I don't know when it was, but it looked like he was already being a dick. But okay, so what happened, Miss Nomer, is my sister's okay, as y'all know, my sister's kids were in foster care. She's just now getting reacquainted with them, okay? And their dad passed away from an overdose on Friday. So this guy, while we didn't see eye to eye, he was total asshole to my sister. He's still been a part of our family since I've known him since I've been 14. I'm going on 38. So anyways, my nieces live in Florida, so we might have to like figure out how to get them here or something because I don't want them to miss it, especially like Heaven is 18 and almost 19. So and then Brooke is almost 17. So them two are gonna come. I don't think the boy's gonna come, but they've just started building a relationship with their parents again. And then he also had a kid on the way with another woman. My sister turned into a lesbian and she's with the woman now. And she's like, good in that aspect. But she did make a post that said, like telling your kids the father, that he just basically just like they just start talking. Anyways, telling them that he died, that's like the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Which I can imagine that's not an easy call to make. Like I know we, lost you guys and we're just getting reacquainted, but yeah, he died. Like so addiction sucks, it does.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Sam. I'm gonna be 38. Yes, I am. I'm getting on.
By the way,
Thanks,
the chat was
guys.
calling you out for watching it twice.
What did I watch twice? Oh yeah, probably like 3 times. What are you talking about? Thanks, Zen. Thanks. Yeah, it's like totally like I hate to sound that, but it's like the worst timing ever to have to think about getting them just because it's getting ready to turn to winter. And we were actually planning on Christmas time, them coming up here, right? Like that's always been the plan. Christmas time, they were gonna come up and spend a couple weeks at my sister's house. And we were gonna like it's just gonna be very awkward. Like, hey guys, like I haven't seen you in 12 years because you guys got taken away, but we're gonna go to your dad's funeral. Like it's just
And you probably don't know, you're not going to know a ton of like the people there as much as you would normally, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah,
Like
no,
the
it's a joke.
people,
Oh, sorry.
no, I'm just saying like the people that will be at the funeral aren't going to be you're not as acquainted with them as if it was like someone from your family or something like that. And then
Yeah,
they're
like
coming
immediate.
too, and they had just gotten reacquainted with them. Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's a
difficult
mess.
anyways, but
Yeah,
it's
it's a
more.
definitely not a good situation. Mellow one, it's a joke between my sister and I because she, came out. So I like when she told me that she was with a girl, I was just like, oh, look at you. Like, you got out of prison. You're clean. You turned into a whole lesbian. Like, welcome to the club. And it's a joke
Maybe
between
she's
us. But yeah.
75% too. Hey, sour girl.
Well, yeah, my birthday is like very, very soon, like next week. And yeah, so I'm getting old over here. I'm
She'll be
feeling it.
old again. She's young right now, but then she'll be old again.
Yeah. It is a very sad. And like I said, like we weren't like the best of friends. I mean, I always like considered him family. Like he would call and stuff. Like actually the last time I spoke to him was in regards to the kids. Like that he was trying to get us all like able to talk to each other again and stuff. But
Oh man.
but he has another kid on the way, and that's sad. The girl's pretty young. She's like 22, her first kid. Like, and I'm going to assume that she's probably using too since she was there and all that
It's
stuff.
so fucking dangerous out here, you guys. Like fentanyl already, everybody knows that shit is so fucking dangerous. Now there's like 3 other drugs. Now I'm not trying to scare anybody, but people you should know, especially if you have children. It's like 3 other drugs that are 100 times stronger than fentanyl even. Like, and then I showed Amanda there's like they just came out in little rainbow candies. It's just like if it keeps going at this rate, it's going to end up killing off a whole generation of people. It's insanity. Just it's very, very dangerous.
It's very sad. Yeah, it's very sad. It's very scary. It's just not what you want to think of. Yeah. Well, I feel pretty old right now. Like, I don't know. This has been an emotional time though. Like, it's just, it's never easy. Like, and then I had to tell my kids, but no, actually, my kids came home from school and said something bad happened. Joanna needs you to text her. You didn't text her back. And I just, my stomach just sank. I was like, I don't know. You just get those feelings. And then I had to tell them because I didn't want them seeing it on like, Facebook because they're
anywhere else,
Joanna or, anywhere else. I wanted to be the one to tell them. So Black Eagle, it's a complicated situation to say the least.
She's not.
I'm not.
Well,
I'm not.
mostly she is. Just
I'm just married to a man, but it's
not a man she likes a lot.
Do you
But
know
other than
how?
that,
Do you know how what complicated that is to try to explain to somebody? Like, oh no, I'm done. I'm done with that whole
you
conversation.
know what? I think you more are probably is like people. There's a word for it. They just love who they love. It doesn't really matter if it's a woman or a man. And it's not bisexual, it's something else, like pansexual or something maybe?
Yes, yes, pansexual. Isn't that where you can love whoever? Like literally Aaron's the only guy that I would ever be with. I've been very open about that. That's not a secret. I'm not really like I love him, right? But everybody knows that, whatever. But if we get divorced, there ain't another man in this world. I don't know. Actually, probably not even another girl. I'd probably just stay alone because, like, once you've been with somebody for so long, no way, no, ma'am. I can get a job and I can just enjoy my life. Cassandra, see, straight for a date, turned into triplets. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
She slipped and fell on it.
Oh no! Oh, thank you guys for making me laugh because I was about to cry. No,
I laughed so much my throat is like scratchy from it. Jeez.
I know. I really needed to laugh too because I was about to get all emotional, and sad, and all that stuff. So, where's Lanky? I feel like, oh, you know what? I don't think she's going to be able to be here tonight. It feels weird when Lanky's not here. Oh, thank you very much for the person that sent me a Cash App. Thank you. Yeah. So, what was I going to say? Oh, we can move on to something else now. So, did you guys? I know that I don't ever talk about Chris Watts. Like, I never have made a Chris Watts video. Oh, wait, what? What?
I'm done. No more bushes for me.
Hooker, what do you mean there's so much you could say? What are you talking about? What do you mean?
Take a
I'm
link, Hooker.
Come tell me
Oh,
about
she's
myself.
driving. Damn it.
Can you come tell me about myself, Hooker?
Well, you did admit earlier that you and her were talking about munching moose knuckles earlier, or not munching moose knuckles. So just saying.
I'm pretty sure it was her like that. I said nobody in the world would want that. No. Blech. God, that would turn a lesbian like just nope, don't want that either. I'm good. I'll be alone.
I sent a clip of her the other day, and she was like, I know Adrian isn't cheating on me. You know how? It's because I give it up. I have sex with him. I was
Remember
like,
she was on a
okay,
period for like
it's
57
that
years.
easy. Well, she
Right.
told us one time she hadn't fucked in 6 months. Like 6
Yeah.
months, she hadn't gave it up.
Exactly.
I think she
Right.
even said she was asexual at one point or something like that. Not that wording, but she pretty much said that much.
Yes, Angel. There's so many beautiful girls. So it's like, okay, so all right, Chris Watts case, like everybody's followed it. I've never made content out of it. I'm not going to make content out of his case. We all know he's guilty, but I do want to show you guys where his parents said last night. Besides the reading stuff, it sounded like his mom blaming the mistress now instead of blaming Shanann. So yeah, she was on her period forever. Told us all about it. Oh, nasty. What are you confused about, Gentleman Jack? Which part? Are you talking about the Chris Watts thing or the other part? Right, we're going from like MGL to Moose Knuckles. No wonder people would be confused. It's like one of those need the Adderall that is on a shortage right now.
Oh man.
Oh, it's bad. It's so bad.
Give you
It's
a
good to see
remedy.
you, Gentleman Jack. Yeah, anybody that needs help, just ask. We'll try to remember. We're not the best for that either. Okay, so hold on. I want to see what Gentleman Jack is confused about before I move on. Moose Knuckle is like hungry, hippo. Ugh! God. Ugh. No. No. I want to wait to see what Gentleman Jack says, and then I'll move on. Walter doesn't wear underwear. Oh my God. I'm still trying to find out who got porn bombed. Starlight got porn bombed by Jake. What's his name? Jackson Black. That's an easy one. Yeah, she got porn bombed by him. He was being an asshole the whole time, though. Like from when I saw him, but I thought, well, maybe that's his personality. Like some people are an asshole, but they're not. What?
He would be like being so annoying. She was like, "Just shut up."
Oh no, she pulled a crime.
she muted him, booted him. He just
Oh yeah, she had powers. Yeah, well, we just watched clips about Tragedy Pimps. We haven't done anything yet, and that's all we've done. We haven't really talked about anything. We've just been bullshitting. Let's see, but okay, so this I need to some actual backstory too. All right, so Chris Watts' mom and dad have not been on a stream together in 4 years. Like they used to fight about her going on stream. Like I think she hangs out in Mommy Ramblings community now. But last night they went up and read some poems from him and like it made it sound like they was blaming the mistress, right? Yeah, I feel you, Gentleman Jacks. Me too. I'm like, huh, squirrel over there. Look, oh, it's bright.
Where did they go up? Who's did they go up on?
This guy named Seeking Truth with Dave, I think is. I'm not a big fan of him either, but he's friends with them. I'm just gonna go to where they came up though. Let me stop sharing for a second. Let me find it. All right, they go on panel and they read, and then they stay up and they yelled at Lana. Oh wait, he just clipped it to where they came up. He must have taken the live down. All right, hold on. So I just like, we don't have to watch it all, but I wanted to show you guys, and then I'll share the link here.
We really appreciate Dave being here for the last few days. We enjoyed his company.
Yes.
And we just love him to death and all his subscribers, mods, everything else that's going on. You got something to say, huh?
No, I agree.
No worries at all.
I agree.
I've absolutely loved being here.
We love having
Okay, so hold on.
There's
I should probably
been-
tell y'all about this too. He went to their house. Like, he's from across the pond somewhere, and he flew over and went to their house and stayed with them, and then they was in Chris Watts' old bedroom, and he made a big deal. I don't care about that part of it, really. All right, here.
Ronnie does.
I'm getting off.
He's getting off of it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Welcome everybody. Everybody, massive welcome to Ronnie and Cindy Watts, my very good friends. So I'm not going to be asking you any questions because this is all impromptu. This all happens like all within an hour of Ronnie contacted me and talking to me. I've gone live, so there was no preempting here at all. Cindy.
Yeah.
You've got the original letter of the rescue story there. Is there any chance you'd be able to read it to us?
Yes.
Please, that would be
This is number 4 letter. There are 3 others before that.
Yep.
It is written on March the 9th, 2020. It's called The Rescue Story, and it says, "Dear Heavenly Father, I have backslidden. I am like a sheep gone astray from the flock.
Now, this is writings that Chris sent his parents, and they shared with the internet. I don't know why. Well, I don't even need to show this part. I did a video on that. I want to show the part where she's talking about when he got charged and all that. That's what I want to show.
He said that they didn't even plan it. He just,
No.
Ronnie called him, and then he went live. I wonder what prompted Ronnie to call him.
They're friends now. They're like really good friends. But Ronnie
But
called.
I mean, they could have done this at any time, is what I'm saying. Like, I wonder if Chris asked them to do it or something.
Oh, he said earlier in the live that Cindy and Ronnie had come to terms with a lot of stuff because they had gotten some letters from him yesterday. Like,
okay.
And I'm thinking maybe, yeah.
That makes sense.
While you're there.
Go ahead, sir.
There has been a lot of conjecture, a lot of people carrying on like absolute pork chops in regards to me wearing that bloody jersey. Could you pretty much sum up and surmise your feelings about the jersey? Like it's a jersey, correct?
Well, it was a tribute to the girls and Shanann and all of them. It was something they all used to wear on game day and stuff, and I just thought it was.
He wore a jersey with like their favorite team on it when he was like in pictures with the family. And a lot of people felt like that was very disrespectful. And turns out it was his parents' idea. His parents got them the fucking jersey. So.
A nice gift to
That's
give you
weird.
for the things you've done for us and coming here, traveling all that way and coming here to be with us.
Thank you. Thank you, Ronnie. That
was it.
actually means the world.
It wasn't meant any other way. I don't understand how people can just twist everything.
Absolutely. That's and that's exactly, it was all meant in a wonderful way. It was never disrespectful.
Nothing
in any way
disrespectful.
at all. You know, and what people didn't get to see when I was actually out there and after I'd done the initial filming, you know, I went and Ronnie had his hand on Cindy's shoulder and she was sitting down in the chair because she's recently had hip surgery and both of her knees are shot to bits. That's why Cindy was in that chair, and I was over to the side.
You were saying a prayer.
Yeah, you were praying.
You knelt down in front of it and was praying.
And you cried, and you gave.
Mello one. Okay, he did get it. Well, no, he got like oh shit, what's it called? An attorney and everything, and then he ends up saying he didn't want it. The Truth and Transparency actually got him like one of the best lawyers out there. So, and then he didn't want it. They raised money and everything.
I don't understand how does she miss that would be looked at in that way? Like, your son murdered all 3 of them, and you're going to have the person that's at your house wear the jersey that they used to wear, not the exact jersey, but the same kind of jersey that they used to wear to ball games.
Right, exactly.
What the fuck?
Mhm. I don't get it. It's so frustrating to me. Like I cannot. Mm-mm.
You know,
For yourself to
such
the us and everybody else.
a loving prayer to all of them. I mean, it was there was no disrespect at all, and absolutely nothing like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
People, you know, they can say what they want, but I've found out that people twist your words. They
So they do.
twist and twist your
So,
words,
so
and
bad.
you don't mean it the way. I mean, you say it, and you tell your truth, and everyone comes up with
Their
another
own interpretation of what it meant.
another interpretation. Yeah, and I
Don't
I
understand it.
didn't even.
Oh my God, I didn't realize that, Sammy. I thought it was just like a replica of the jersey. Sammy said it was one of Chris's jerseys. Oh my God, that adds a whole new level of fucked up. Oh
At
my
this point, it's
God.
like you can't just sit and act like you don't fucking know what the internet does. Like you've been on the internet and around the internet long enough, lady, to understand what's going to happen. I'm sorry. I feel like it was done on purpose to get as much exposure out of this as humanly possible. That's my opinion. You can't think that you're going to do that and it's not going to be looked at in a type of way. No fucking shot.
No way. Mm-mm.
It's Chris's jersey.
Yeah, and
Oh
they
my
make this big
God.
deal. That room that they're sitting in was his old room that they converted to a family, like a hangout room and a dining room type of deal. And they make this big deal about it, like he's a celebrity. It's so fucking weird. Dave
Sorry,
and the
Pam.
parents still.
I'll turn
Oh
it down.
God, it's very frustrating.
Think of any of that stuff before. It was just my truth,
Well,
and all I
maybe
can
you
do is
should.
tell my truth, and that's it. I told my truth
Basically,
every single
Mary.
time I went out there, no matter how harsh it was. But I
I'm
did.
sorry. Okay,
That's all I can do.
I'm going to. Okay, this is all impromptu. Everybody, there is no plans here. There's
No.
no. There's no. This is
Nothing like that because we didn't even know how to get on here.
By Cindy tomorrow. All right, so
I'm usually in bed by now.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm going to ask this. I'm actually going to. I'm going to bring you into this. I'm going to mention something from my non-script. See, I don't actually have a script. All right, just sort of let you all know. Back in 2018, you were publicly crucified.
I know.
When I say crucified,
He's
Oh.
absolutely reading a script.
Right. So I want to add to this that last night Truth and Transparency went live at the same time they were live, right? And she let out that anybody that's been following the Watts case for a long time knows that somehow Shanann's private friends only posts kept getting out and they were twisted to make her look bad and all that stuff. It turns out that Cindy and Jamie Watts helped that happen. That's how that was the friend. And then they made it sound like her other friends were questioning her. It was them the whole time. That's what Lana ended up saying last night.
Wait a minute. So they were actively smearing Shanann after her son had already annihilated the whole family.
Oh, they were terrible to her, but this is a huge deal because everybody was like, how are they getting private posts? They were getting off to all the drama, true crime channels and all that, and to the trolls and all that. And it was Cindy and Jamie, which is his sister and his mom. Yeah, watch Truth. I'll try to clip it later. Social Fade.
Wow. And then she's still like, oh, my words always get twisted. Poor me. Fuck out of here.
Yeah. One of the babies. Yes. Oh, yes. Black Eagle. There was absolutely oil in that baby's lungs, which means that they were alive. Black Eagle. That is absolutely true. Misnomer is 100% correct.
You may as well have put a dagger in Shanann, Bella, and Cece yourself. The way you were actually portrayed by the media and on social media.
But I told the truth.
Yes. What people just one second. What people failed to realize, and which wasn't reported at the time, Ronnie was in that room with Chris, the gentleman who's right here, right now with us, when Chris confessed to hurting Shanann after she had hurt the children.
Right.
Now, what people have failed to understand and comprehend, that was the last time Ronnie had spoken or seen Chris until the plea deal.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So basically 90 days had passed. Cindy had sent an emergency letter to Chris, all right, which was meant to arrive before the plea agreement so Chris could read it. So Chris could actually read Cindy and Ronnie's thoughts on what he should and shouldn't do. Now, could you explain, Cindy, where that letter, when it was actually given to Chris? And if you can explain, you had no idea, right, at all, right up until the day of the.
Now, I just want to put this into perspective. This is their adult son who committed a heinous crime, and they think that he should just have all, like, if he wanted to call his parents, he fucking could have. He should have. He made that decision, and they're acting like that it was forced on him. Like, it's disgusting. I cannot stand these people. Oh, God.
Why are they doing this? For what? Like, to clear their name? Who gives a fuck?
Right? Who cares? Like, they should just, after all the stuff that they've done after Shanann was dead, they even make reference to that they believed Chris's story because they lived it for 8 years. And Shanann, they didn't say Shanann was horrible, but they did, if that makes sense. They did say it without saying it. Like, ugh, they're just so gross.
Plea agreement that there was another story, pretty much, that Chris is going to confess to killing everybody. Okay,
right.
If he had have done that right at the very beginning, you would never have stated the things you said. Is that true?
No, I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have, because that is the story I believed.
That's the story we were told.
And that is what we were told, and I believed it with my whole heart and soul. I believed it with everything in me because I lived it for 8 years.
Yep.
I lived it for 8 years, and I believe.
That's her taking yet another dig at Shanann. Another
Your
one.
son killed all of the.
Yeah, he killed them all. All of them. Okay, he killed them all. He killed the baby. He killed the girls. He killed Shanann. And they have they are the victims somehow. I don't get it.
No, yes, but not only are they the victims, they are blaming, like somehow still saying that they believed it because they could have seen that it played out the way that they thought that it did. It's like, no, it didn't, and they just won't fully accept that, I don't think.
No, they never will. They will not accept that. It's never. They're going to go on to pretty much insinuate that it's the mistress.
Believed it happened that way.
Okay, so
I honestly did.
So everybody, you just need to understand the position that Cindy was in. Okay, this is the harsh reality. Cindy didn't know otherwise. Chris tried to call Ronnie once when he was incarcerated in Colorado, and it went to Ronnie's voicemail. Is that correct?
Yep,
yes.
Correct.
Yeah, we didn't connect.
They never got to actually speak to Chris.
No.
Right up until the night before the plea agreement.
The only time we got to talk. The only time we had any contact was either with the lawyers or social worker. That was it.
Right. And then when I tried to overnight him a letter to stop the plea deal, and I contacted two, three people, and it wasn't until David Lane.
Well, no, he's talking about when did he get the letter? He got the letter.
Well, David Lane is the one that told me that we were victims and put me in touch with Gene Powers. And that's how all that came about. And that there was nothing I could do to stop the plea deal. He said there was nothing you can do. So I wrote a letter overnight and asked Chris to stop it. And he didn't get the letter. He didn't get anything. I didn't get any kind of, I sent it certified overnight, and he didn't get it until after he was sentenced and it was laying on his bed when he got back.
Unbelievable.
And he said, I never got it, Mom, until until after
After
everything
completed.
was done.
Amazing. You know, absolutely amazing. It's just
I mean, if you think the justice system it doesn't work. I never.
You're not owed anything. Your son is. You're not owed shit, lady. Like you're not owed anything.
And
Oh my
on top of
god.
that, he's a fully grown adult that went into the justice system because he was guilty of murder, capital murder. And then she wanted to interfere and stop him from a plea deal that he wanted to give.
Yeah.
Can't imagine why
I
she
was
gets
in a lot of
criticism.
oh my god, I was in so many groups with her early on because of like all the Watts groups or whatever. And it was just infuriating being in those groups with her and Jamie and seeing how they would like speak. I mean, I get it. Shanann's parenting wasn't for everybody. I'm not like, taking that away. There was some stuff, but like the things that they would say right from the jump, like right from the second that case happened, the things they were saying was just like, holy shit. No wonder she didn't like y'all are, she wouldn't let us around the kids. She wouldn't let us this. She wouldn't let us that. I wouldn't want you around me either. I'm just saying. That's
I
like
can't
they
imagine
threw
why.
their wedding. They threw their wedding invitations away. Jamie did, and almost ruined their wedding. That's how far this goes back. Yeah. Yeah.
Could have
I
just
don't know.
divorced her.
Right. Yes, he could have. And okay, here's some more. We don't have to, like I said, we don't have to play it all, but this part was in the middle was like the interesting part to me.
I don't like these people.
You watch TV, you see all these things, and you think you're able to go in there and talk to your family member, and you aren't. They didn't allow us to even talk to him. Only when the plea deal came down, and we thought, okay, we're going to be able to talk to him now. No, we weren't even allowed to talk about it. Nothing. It's nothing like you see on TV. Nothing.
no. And there's just the way, the way everything went down. Like as I've stated here on this channel many times, the coincidence of November the 6th of some things that occurred in Colorado while she was there. There was an election going on. There was a fracking vote with Anadarko on the exact same day. But the big story in Colorado was the Chris Watts sentencing, or the Chris Watts plea deal on November the 6th. So there was manipulation by the media. There was manipulation by District Attorney D.A. Rourke to actually make sure the narrative of the Chris Watts story was the one that was actually being publicized that day.
The narrative. He killed 4 people. Like he killed an unborn child and he killed her and the girls. Like a narrative. Everybody wanted it was as big as the biggest thing since the Scott Peterson case. Like probably bigger.
I mean, what's the implications? What that the news shouldn't have been covering it? That they should have prioritized a stupid local election over that?
So. I guess that's what he's saying.
But no one ever came to talk to us. No one but his attorneys, and all they ever wanted to do
What
was
would they
save
talk
his
to
life.
her
And
about?
I just couldn't comprehend.
Right. I
any of
don't
that.
understand what she feels like she was owed at the time.
He
They wanted
admitted to murder.
Yes, he admitted it. And okay, so anybody that's ever watches interrogation videos, you see them lead him into the thing about Shanann hurting the babies. They want him to admit so they can keep him. Tammy, the lady, leads him into it. Maybe Shanann hurt the babies, and you see like a light bulb go off, and he's like,
They
"Yeah,
put it in his
yeah,
head, yeah.
yes, they did that so that he would
Michelle.
admit to something, right? There's anything." Hey, Shell, and now they're still playing the victim. I mean, I get it. Okay, I hope you feel better, Janine. Sorry you're sick. I get it that Shanann could not be everybody's favorite person. She did things that I wouldn't do. The woman's dead though. None of that fucking matters. Like, who cares? He admitted it. He killed her.
Years. Yeah, I understand. How they feel. Whatever. I have empathy for that. What I do not have any empathy for is why the fuck are you on a YouTube channel talking about it For what?
Exactly. Yes, Shell. This dude's trying to bring the family back from the. I don't even want to. That'll be way too. He's trying to bring the family back around after 4 years.
I didn't understand it. They must have known more than we did, and they wouldn't tell us anything. We were just in the dark when we came down for the plea deal, and then we left.
You got to see the assistant DA the night before.
Yeah, and then we got to see the assistant DA the night before, and at 9 o'clock in the evening, and oh God, we were so blind.
Oh.
I just hope this helps another family. If anything happens to a family member, that you have more rights than you think. We were just so naive, trusting. Just
the judicial
we
system.
we're just a small little family in Spring Lake, North Carolina. That really there's. I mean, you've seen the town. It is small.
It is small, everybody.
It is very
There's a Ruby
small.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Went there. Me and Ronnie went there.
Yeah, it's tiny for sure.
Oh, there's a McDonald's.
There's a
Yeah, we got.
Remember, I asked the assistant DA what evidence he had, and he kept saying, "We have a theory."
That's
I asked him
it.
three times. I said, "What evidence do you have?" He said, "We have a theory."
Theory.
Yep, a theory.
Everybody
we
has
all
a
have
theory.
one. We all have one of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, we all have a theory, and then we have facts.
Yep.
You know, and then as a TJ, who is an absolute data expert, who has gone through pretty much absolutely everything you can. This is Red X Crime Files.
Yeah.
Right. And proven pretty much, and if that. Both of Chris's phones were separated out at the site that morning. And if that's the absolute case.
So one was at the truck and one was on him. Like, I don't understand what they're trying to say here. I don't get it.
They're trying to say that so Chris gave someone else his cell phone that did it. Okay, that makes so much sense. That, or maybe they took it, is what they're trying to say, to try to make it look like it was him. That is so outlandish. It's crazy. It would make much more sense that he left one behind in the truck.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Social fade, no big deal. I hope it helps them. Now listen to this part.
There is no evidence to suggest that Chris was even alone
You were
out there
mad.
when the crime was occurring, or was Chris even there at all? And a real attorney would have actually been able to see right through all this. Now, there are people that have questioned Chris's memory. People say Chris remembers everything and he's just lying to his parents. But there's things that you guys have actually quizzed him on that I'm privy to.
Yeah.
That there's things he dead set doesn't remember, which is, and it doesn't make any sense for him not to remember these certain things. And
Can't remember that 111-minute phone call. I can't not remember that 111-minute phone call.
That's about 100 times.
If you think that we haven't asked him every question there is to ask, you're wrong. We have asked him everything, and we're getting nothing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Someone said, "Please let us know we're being shown in chat." So we're being shown in chat. That's what I heard.
Oh,
you're being loved in chat. That's what it said. Dave, please
Oh.
let Cindy and Ronnie know the love.
Oh,
okay.
They are being
Okay.
shown in chat. You actually very recently threw the exact same question.
And I said, "Chris, you tell me that Bella and Cece would fit through these in that diameter." He said, "Well," he said, "if not,
Okay.
They are being shown in
I didn't mean to hit fast forward. Hold on. He's going to suggest that Chris doesn't know. Okay, like Brandy just said, he knew exactly which oil tanks they were in because the motherfucker did it. Now he has where he can't remember. Now listen to what his dad says right here. This is the most mind-blowing part that made me decide to talk about this for a second.
What does it matter if he doesn't remember the phone call? Even
Because
if he
the phone
doesn't
call
remember
was-
the phone call, it still happened.
Right, it happened. There's actual evidence of it. Like, give me a break. And he blew his own, his own wife off so many nights for those phone calls. So it just, nope. There's text messages and everything. All right. So this is like the big part to me that just, I was shaking my head. I was like, I cannot fucking, instead of them just coming on and saying, you know, we were wrong, we were emotional. I could respect that. This I cannot.
Glasses on, Ronnie. Right.
He does have them on.
Dave,
The love.
you remember that question I asked Chris when I showed him an example of an 8-inch plate?
Yes.
Put my hand across it and showed it to him on the Zoom that we had. And I said, Chris, you tell me that Bella and Cece would fit through these, fit in that diameter? He said, well, if not, I guess they went to side hatches. I said, that tells me you don't know how in the hell they got in the oil tank, do you?
That's right. He doesn't know. You know, like it's quite simply, he said, you know, like, and you actually very recently threw the exact same question at him in person.
Yep.
And
Yeah, but-
he still doesn't know how the children got in the tank.
Nope. Nope, you can't answer that question.
He cannot answer that question.
But I
And-
also brought up the water tank also. I asked him, remember I asked him how long it took
Maybe
to
he
drain it
doesn't
down
want to tell them.
and fill it back up?
They're very much in denial, and I could see why he just wouldn't even want to tell them. I don't remember is a way easier. Plus, that's a cop out. You don't have to think about it, you know?
Denial, your brain automatically, especially for like I could imagine for killing your own kids with your bare fucking hands, you know, like it's gonna, you're gonna block shit out eventually anyways, but like that would be the most gruesome part to tell them about.
Yeah, because and it was proven that Bex, I know we need to go back to the original, not we, I mean I want to go listen to it on my own. the original videos, and then when they went back to Colorado, there was so much that was answered, and they're just not listening. They don't want to listen. They never have. They've always wanted to make him the victim.
As far as the oil and oil tanks, how much oil was in them, how long it would take to
What
drain
does that
them,
have to
put
do
it
with
back in?
anything though? Like oh, never mind. It's just so frustrating. This part frustrated me beyond.
Oh my goodness gracious me. I'm not going to put it on the screen, Ronnie. I don't know if you can see what's in chat, and I don't even know if you want to even question.
So what Truth and Transparency went in and said was, my child's being by the person that's basically that's texting you, Kim. Can you verify that I never harassed your family? And they got so mad at them with the 35C and all that stuff, and you know.
I'm not watching the chat right now.
Okay, well, that's fine. So I'm not going to ask the question, and
And it says, Dear Heavenly Father,
We've seen it.
the blessings of this life I have taken for granted. The miraculous I have deemed ordinary. The supernatural I have received as natural. The birth of new life into my life I've received as an everyday part of life. Those blessings grew up as a green olive tree in my house, with a sparkle in their eye and a smile that would shine in the darkest room. Their energy would last for days on end, sometimes their questions too. They picked out a book about a train just to hear me say choo-choo. Their kisses I thought would last forever, hugs that would melt my heart. Never in a million years did I think we would be apart. Oh, sweet child of mine, those blessings are gone now, taken at the blink of an eye. And I think to myself, what happened? As I wonder about the cold night, it wasn't until you called me, O Lord, that out of a dead slumber I arose. When you touched me, you quickened me, making through concrete grow a rose. I know love now, love that I never knew before, love that I wish I could have shown, because you dwell in my core. My hope springs eternal.
This is a poem Chris wrote.
But this poem, she's reading it as like it's something. This poem to me reads guilty on a million fucking. I don't understand how she thinks this would make him look better. He literally said, I can love now. I'm capable of loving now. Like, he sounds more guilty than ever in that poem. Sorry.
Yes. And maybe this is what Dave said that she came to terms with. I don't know. But she needs to come to terms with a lot more than she has, or just these little panels don't do them any justice.
Because my hope is in you. I will see those blessings again because I have given my life to you. You are my eternal Father, a love that will stand the test of time. Oh, how I yearn for the day you say, welcome home, sweet child of mine. In Jesus' name, amen.
That's I'm so proud of you. I want to say I'm so proud of you for reading that. That would be heartbreaking. I do know you read it to a friend of mine prior to reading it to me one day, and you were absolutely bawling your eyes out trying to get through it. I commend you. I truly do for finding the strength and the courage to read that. But when you read it to me, I interrupted you reading it to me. I didn't today, but I interrupted you when you read it to me. Taken at the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
The word taken doesn't sound to me in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Those blessings are gone now.
That's
Taken
the
at
word
the
he
blink
picks
of an
out.
eye.
Oh my God.
Out of all of them, that's the word he picks out. So yeah, we don't have to watch any more of that
He
because it's almost
literally said,
nauseating.
in the dark night, they were gone. They disappeared. He doesn't remember what happened. And in the blink of an eye, God woke him up from a deep, dark slumber. And now he's able to love again. The fuck you mean, sir?
Right.
You're
I
dumb.
don't. I
Sorry.
cannot.
The fuck out of me.
I know. That's how I was. I was literally like. Sometimes you just say like I was shocked. No, when I was watching this, my mouth hung open. I was like, "What are you talking about?" I just
I
didn't
can't
get it.
believe he'd stop them. He is the one. I'm sorry. I don't know how much contact he has with these people, but he is surely not helping them come to terms with anything.
No, and no, Raquel. I mean, yes, Raquel. He wrote that. And he sent them some poems, a couple of them. I put a couple of them on my video, and then I just wanted to I feel like he's trolling everybody, including his own family. And people are still like, did they get their voice? Yes,
Yes,
I have.
Brandy.
Yes, let me get it.
Yes, that's exactly
Mellow.
what he did. He distanced himself. He walked right up into the point. He described everything until the point it happened. And then he described how his life changed once God entered his life after it happened.
Yeah. Thank you, Mellow. When it's right there. Yeah. So listen, look, I get that they are grieving too. I've always tried to give them a little bit of extra empathy. I can't. I cannot. Then
They
this is
don't have
why
to do that on YouTube.
no, and this was always my problem with them was like what they're doing right now. It's just like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you like, they're dead. Like, what does it matter? And I know some people maybe have never been faced with that. Maybe they never lost somebody and stuff. I just don't know. It's such a final feeling when somebody dies. What does it matter? I don't care one thing that happened between my mom and I. Not a lot did. I'm just using that as an example. She's dead. She's like, I don't know. I don't care about all the bad stuff.
Unless you are looking for a scapegoat.
Well, yeah, maybe. Um, even with like my niece's father, I just don't care about all the bad stuff. I know that it caused a lot
Yes,
of pain and all that, but who cares? He's dead, and
exactly.
there's young girls that are now left again without a dad. Like that's my, I don't care. I mean, of course I care that he was an asshole and all that, but I'm saying like in the big picture, it really doesn't matter. I'm not going to get on here and be like telling you guys all the stories of the shitty things he did. I'm not going to do that. Like, I can't. I cannot. That is so final, and people don't understand it. I don't.
That was way worse than I anticipated. I didn't watch it last night.
Mm-hmm.
And oof, and I've said it 10 times, I'll say it one more time. I don't understand why they're doing that other than to help that guy's YouTube channel out. They added nothing to the conversation. It's been what now, 3 years?
Yeah, it's what, 3, 4 years now. It's like,
Why don't you
4
let them
years.
rest in
4.
peace? I know they were your grandchildren, clearly, and it's not your fault, but just let them rest in peace. Go die.
Tess,
Come on.
I could be like,
Come on.
dead. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, it's just so final. Any words you want to use, they're dead. They're gone. Like, it's never going, you're never going to have the chance to make amends. You're never going to have the chance to see your grandchildren grow up. You're never going to have a chance to have a FaceTime with your grandkids again. You're never going to have the chance to maybe make amends with Shanann or
But their
to even,
priorities, Chris. It's
it's,
Chris. Their priorities, Chris. They care about that. They don't want their son to be a murderer. And it's simple fact is he is a murderer. He admitted to it. He did that. And the fact that they're still online trying to put in doubt on that is gross. I'm sorry.
yeah, I don't understand it. I can't. Like, the Watts family is almost delusional. Like they were reading a poem that gave them that was every single thing that they wanted answers to, and they refused to hear it. When they went to Denver for the second interrogation, kind of like where they had the DA and all them went out there and they did like the recordings. That had every answer you could want. I know people that were all about the Watts case till those recordings came, and he admitted everything. It was done. Like,
yeah. Go back and listen to those poems. If you guys did, listen to it as if he's writing about what happened, and you'll hear it. I know you will. Like I don't see any other way to interpret it. The one word. Oh, did you see where he said taken? Of course. He wasn't going to write in there. He wasn't going to answer that question that he won't answer to your face in that poem.
Oh no. Okay, Mellow One. I hope you get it figured out. She's got locked out of her PayPal. That's something I would do. Okay. Well, we're gonna listen to the first poem if you guys want to. Well, if you want to call it a poem.
I want to.
Because I had the clips. I accidentally put the wrong ones in, and I was like, nope, not fixing that. It's too late. We'll just watch it tomorrow on my live together.
Hey, Smokey B.
Hey, Smokey. All right, here we go.
Okay.
There they are. There's Ronnie. Everybody live in the studio.
She's
ready. Done very well.
I'm getting all
Everybody, friends. Like, also, there was no pre.
Yes.
Please, that would be
This is number 4 letter. There are 3 others before that.
Yep.
It is written on March the 9th, 2020. It's called The Rescue Story, and it says, Dear Heavenly Father, I have backslidden. I am like a sheep gone astray from the flock and have fallen into a pit. The snare of the enemy has entrapped me. The words of a harlot has brought me low. Her flattering speech was like drops of honey that pierced my heart and soul. Little did I know all her guests were in the chamber of death. The lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. How did I not see it? How did I let this happen? The blessing you have bestowed upon me were right in front of me, and I still followed the perfume of a strange woman. The web of the enemy squeezes around my heart and is cocooning my soul to the point of suffocation. The enemy and his Jezebel mock and scourge me as they celebrate another capture. But oh, that men would praise the Lord for his goodness and for his wonderful works to the children of men. You, O Lord, did not leave me captive or condemned. You heard the prayer of the destitute and of the prisoner appointed to death. You opened my eyes. You made my ears ready to perceive, and you said, Come forth. The web of death loosened its grip, and I walked into the light of your presence, and I humbly kneeled before you. You said, Go and sin no more. Your faith has made you whole. In Jesus' precious name, amen.
Hello.
Yeah, that's the first one. I mean, the first one that she read. I think that's the one she
Literally
got yesterday.
He fell in love with the other woman. He thought the grass was going to be greener on the other side. He annihilated his family over it, and he is sorry for his sins. My gosh. Like, how did they not hear that? I don't understand.
I have no idea. I don't know how they didn't hear it, but it's very frustrating to hear.
Wow.
So it's just so frustrating. Okay, so yeah, it's if you guys want me to hear, I'll link the original live for you guys. I mean, that was, in my opinion, that was the best Like I played the quote unquote important parts, but you guys are definitely, you know, you guys can go see if you agree or not.
She wanted to be somebody else so much that when he mentions the other relationship that he was in, then they are like, "Oh, he's trying to tell us that she did it." But that's not at all what that poem said. Just not.
I feel like they wanted to add their spin to it, no matter what. That's how they
They
were going to
were
see
trying,
it.
yeah, they were trying to hint around Warrior Grandma that it was like he was pointing guilt at her, and then things that they said later on in the live kind of backed that up even more.
Hmm.
They're taking the blame off of Shanann finally and pointing it at Nicole. Not Chris, though. Don't get it twisted. I don't know
It
about
is,
Chris.
yeah, it is Kit Kat. It's so gross. Okay, so yeah, that's. Ew, I need a second after that. Like I feel gross, even just
Yeah,
it's
Julie,
so. Ugh.
it's almost sacrilege. Yes.
Hmm. And to like bring God into it in such a way like that. I never understood how you literally go in to prison, not believing in God, none of that, and you go out, you come out being like a priest almost. Like I don't get it.
Well, that's because that's all you have at that point. It bothers me in this scenario, especially because it makes me think about things that I would normally want to, meaning like I know that not to be religious, but okay, say that in the Christian faith, like God's an all forgiving God. But this, I can't even wrap my human mind around that anybody that was capable of doing this would ever even deserve forgiveness. That's so
No,
hard.
I know, I don't get it either. Hold on one sec. I'll check Mellow one.
But yeah, I feel yuck from this BS. Yeah, hearing that poem is, whew.
Oh, thank you, Mellow one. Thank you very much. It did work. Okay, so all right. Do you guys want to? Okay. Oh God, I seriously feel yucky after listening to that. Like, and that normally doesn't happen to that degree. Like, I still can't believe. I just can't believe they're still making excuses right now, this very moment.
Tara,
So,
yeah, Tara says it's the only way to lift their guilt-ridden conscience. That makes sense. Especially someone in that, like, you've done that.
hold on. I'm gonna get a drink real quick. I'm sorry. Hold on one sec.
Okay. Shanann's best friend helped at the end. He maybe gotten away, but he got caught the same day. Sicko Shanann purse was still in the house. I don't believe that's any God that will forgive. See, Hooker, I'll be honest, I can't think about that for too long because it just doesn't make sense to me. Same Kit Kat.
All right.
Tell me
Sorry, I
when
had to get a drink. I
I got to
I
go get a
have.
drink too.
Yeah, I had to get one. I was like, nope, I gotta get one. Yeah, I don't know. It's nuts for sure that it's just. I just don't. I don't can't believe it. I mean, I know that you never want to think that your family is like bad, right? You never want to think that, but at what point do you just you have to quit in denial? You know what I mean?
Or do it privately. Don't believe it
Yeah,
all day long privately.
you're right. Exactly. Don't come on here and do that here. Like, oh,
That's my biggest problem with it. It's like after 3 years, you bring poems. By the way, I caught that one we just watched was written in 2020, she said. So,
yes, one of them was 2020, but there was a newer one, or maybe no, it wasn't a newer one. What it was that she just basically like he just sent it to her. I think from what they said, like
oh,
they
I
just
see.
got
Okay.
some. Not yeah, it's not that it's like brand
He
new
was
or
probably writing
anything.
them and keeping them and then sent them. Um, I don't know.
I don't know either. It's just nuts. It's like, mm, I cannot make it make sense. Like it's. Mm. Can you imagine coming on here? I know that like okay, we're in a new era. This is what I'm thinking about. Like we're in a new era where everything is so public, right? I
Yes.
get that. I do. But everything's so public, all of that.
Yeah.
Um
I get that part.
but don't you have like some friend that would tell you like no, don't do that. Don't come on here and do that or whatever? Like don't you have somebody in your life that
Yeah,
would
but
speak up for you?
they probably don't mix the two very much, and that man is clearly not going to keep. He's not going to tell him no for his YouTube channel. I just can't think of any reasoning after 3 years or however long to come and read those poems. Like, what, it made them feel better?
Right, exactly. But we can move on now. Sorry, I just had to think about that. Yeah, no, I am Mo, and I'm back to chat. I had to think about it. Like, God, what? I don't know. All right. Thank you very, very, very much, Mo, and I appreciate it. Yes, it is very expensive. That was actually like my first thought. Like, I mean, of course, I'm going to do it, right? But it was like, oh no.
He's not
um,
even up for an appeal, right?
no, 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 no. He blew his
So
35C.
there's no reason then besides to help their image. And it's like, no offense, but it's not about them. They didn't do it. Uh, there's no reason. Like, what can be gained out of it?
It's nuts.
I just
So,
don't think anything.
yeah, I real thank you very, very much again, Mellow One. But I don't know. I was just thinking like I would have somebody that would tell me you can't do that. You don't need to do that. Don't do that. Those kind of things.
Yeah, especially for like them, when a lot of, not as much as before, but a lot rides on the words that they say, clearly. I mean, they were clearing up words that they said in the past, but
Yeah, you would think like they would come
um,
maybe, I don't know, humble themselves a little after 4 years. I would think, anyways.
oh,
Um,
Mary. Well, they're gonna
oh
have
man.
to find some way to live with that. There is no other choice. Because every time they do this, it doesn't help them or him at all.
Yeah, it doesn't. No, no, it doesn't help them at all. Not even a little. So, anyways, I was gonna actually hold on, play because like the other day we didn't get to fifth dispatch call. Okay, so I was gonna listen to one of the dispatch calls for baby Quentin because we didn't get to do that the other day, and I was like
Oh,
wanting to listen to it.
yeah,
If you guys wanted to.
sure.
And then
Right.
I know this is just like a joyous live. God, we started out laughing, but I saved all this stuff
Like
purposely.
half and half.
Yeah, like half and half, no big deal.
I'm gonna go grab a
Say
drink while
deal.
you do that up.
Oh, okay. Here. And then I have like not another live, another video that I wanted to play about it. Here. This is a dispatch call about it.
County West Sergeant, we have a signal 56, 535 Bocaulta Road, 535 Bocaulta Road. Complaint advised her 1-year-old son is missing. She woke up, her door was open, advising he's unable to open the door. Think someone came in and took him. It's going to be a tan-skinned child with dark brown hair, green, blue eyes. Last seen at 6 a.m. this morning.
Thank you, Kathy. Thank you very much. This case is very, very, very sad.
Morning.
350 receipt.
Copy.
Copy.
Leilani, and her son is Hawaiian.
350, Mr.
But
Yeah, bro. Any available unit they have on the west side, I need you to send them to Buckhalter Road, 530, so they can meet up with me.
9 Alpha 2, you can show me en route, Route 56. Copy 9 Alpha 1.
Ten four, show me around.
Six.
350, Mr.
But
Yeah, bro. Any available unit they have on the west side, I need you to send them to Buckhalter Road, 530, so they can meet up with me.
9 Alpha 2, you can show me en route, Route 56. Copy 9 Alpha 1.
Ten four, show me around.
Dispatch Sergeant, so I've had a copy of Lookout on a Missing Juvenile. Going to be on a Quentin Simon, 2 years of age, date of birth 1/8/2020. The white male, about 2 feet tall, weighing 34 pounds. Blonde hair, hazel eyes. Last seen in the area of 535 Balcarter Road around 6 o'clock this morning. Going to be wearing black pants with a Sesame Street t-shirt. Last seen inside the playpen inside of the home. Any units come in contact, hold and notify authority of Chatham 7 Alpha 2 at 1024.
1804,
1804.
1041, payroll 9089. Can you show me en route to 535 Buckhalter? 1808, same traffic.
Copy.
Agency with any available K9 unit, respond on records. Any agency, any available K9, please respond on records.
Go ahead.
Therefore, I need a 1020 call out for all the units that are in on this call, this 56, so we can get a 20 on everybody for right now.
Copy. Dispatch all County West units, stand by for roll call. Chatham 7 Alpha 2.
I'm at 507, but okay.
Copy. Chatham 7 Alpha 1. I copy 0505 Balcarter Road. Chatham 8 Alpha 1.
8 Alpha 1. I'm directly behind the house in the wood line.
Copy. Chatham 8 Alpha 2.
8 Alpha 2. We can get Buckhalter and Gerard along with 9 Alpha 3.
Copy. Chatham 9 Alpha 1. Dispatch Chatham 9 Alpha 1.
I'm at 535 Buckhalter Road.
Copy. 1863.
535 Bocasa Road.
Copy 1804 and 1808. Are y'all on scene yet?
Turned on Ogeechee. I'll be there in 5 minutes.
Copy 1808 along with you.
1808. I just got on the veterans. I'm about 3 minutes out.
Good copy. All units accounted for. At 10:39 hours.
Chatham 2 Alpha 1.
Chatham 3 Delta 1.
Chatham 2 Alpha 1. You can show me on the west side board for now. I'll take any calls that are pending.
Copy.
Hey, that's 3 Metro. I'm going to be clear. Stat 5.
Is on records. Chatham 317. 7 Alpha 1.
I'll be in my 1020. I'll be at 501 Buck Alter.
Copy.
Chatham 317 to all units at 535 Buck Alter. As soon as the K9 gets here, I need everybody to stop moving, hold your positions, call out where you're at, and then we're going to start a track.
Marine 5.
Marine 5.
You hold me out to that Buck Alter 56.
Copy.
Now that was like really hard to listen to because it makes it real, you know. So,
Did you see what I just sent you?
No, hold on. Was it in text or?
Yeah, Avery just put out a video, and in the video, she put up the court documents. They removed the other 2 kids into foster care for now.
Oh, wait. Well, hold on. I'll go to it. Hold on a sec.
She also says some other Murder Candy podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that. Hold on, and I'm gonna promote her channel. So the other kids are gone now. That's for the best.
They're in foster care. Yeah, and in the documents it says why, because they were in imminent. They had a chance of being hurt imminently, in imminent danger, a chance of imminent danger. Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay. Yeah. And then please sub to her channel.
Yucky looking mattress on the floor, bone fragments in the fireplace. Apparently, he had tried to burn his parents' body in the fireplace 3 times in the chest, the back, and the head at close range.
I think this is
And
her
then he shot his
intro.
wife, Anna.
Hold on. Yeah, it's her intro. All right. Oh, I can't read that. I was gonna try, but let me make sure it's not sped up too. Okay.
She reads it, I
One
think.
of the rumors that are just kind of floating around YouTube regarding the Quentin Simon case. So the very first thing that I wanted to address was the children. As you guys know, I had posted a video on Wednesday night when I left Savannah, Georgia, and I told you guys that the children were removed from the home. So here is the actual paperwork. For those of you who can't read it, I will read it to you. So this is the Juvenile Court of Chatham County, State of Georgia, in the interest of Zane Wharton and Sky Youngkin. And then, of course, it has, their case numbers. This is an amended order transferring temporary legal custody following authorization for removal. And it says, complaints and an affidavit have been filed in this court indicating that pursuant to OCGA 15-11-133A 2, law enforcement removed the above referenced children from their home on October 12th, 2022 at approximately 6:30 p.m., and an officer of this court authorized the removal of the children from the home and the placement of the children into foster care because the children were in imminent danger of abuse or neglect if they remained in the home. Removal of the children from the custodian was and
Hold
remains
on.
necessary.
Hold on. This is going to frustrate me. Let me try to close out all my other windows. Hold on. Because this is important. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm going to close out all my other windows because I want you guys to be able to hear this. It's important. And please sub up to her. She actually just sticks to facts, which is really, not that common around here. So here we go. Sorry about that.
I love channels like that. Lanky
Me
said
too.
Susan Smith did it to keep a wealthy boyfriend who didn't want kids. I did not know that.
Yeah, we could cover the Susan Smith case. She's the one that
I
drove
never
into
looked
the
into it.
lake. Oh
I
my
mean, I know
God. Yeah.
about it, you know what I mean? But just, what was on the news a little bit, not much at all.
Oh God, I could do that in the Andrea Yates case. I know I'm like front and backwards, but like this is kind of taking the place of Spookytober
Oh,
because we didn't really know that
yeah.
this was going to happen. We've been covering this, but we could talk about that.
I do remember now that that's the reason why that she did that. I do remember now. But I forgot about that. What was the other lady's name that she drowned her like 5 boys?
Andrea Yates, yeah, she had
Yeah.
postpartum psychosis. So
Oh
that's
my
a whole nother.
word.
They told her husband not to ever get her pregnant again. She had lots of those thoughts. Her husband, I feel like, should have been in just as much trouble. We could talk about both of those cases. Like
Wow.
literally, I could talk about it on a whim because I very well versed in those cases. We could definitely talk about those for sure whenever. That's just been consuming all my time, this case. So I haven't gotten to do like the Spookytober stuff because we were going to do true crime and stuff. And this is like, we're watching this unfold. And it's kind of consuming me, but
So she
I
had
do at
already
least.
been diagnosed, told
Yes.
not to,
Mm-hmm.
and told to be watched too, right? Wasn't she? What she was supposed to be home
Yes,
alone?
right. And the mother-in-law was
Oh
normally
my
there, and she had a half an hour in between the time Rusty left and the mother-in-law came, and she
Oh my
drowned
God.
them all. And she did the strongest one to the weakest, right? Isn't that how it went? She did like the biggest one to the littlest one, and people think that's because the biggest one will give you the most fight, and they're not gonna. Isn't
And
that how it went?
yeah, because if she would have started with the smallest one, then the 2 biggest ones would have still been there to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
after
She
her
she
and try
killed
to
all.
stop her.
Yeah, she cut off 5 of them. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here. I'm gonna try this again. Sorry, guys. I don't know why. I think it's because all my windows were open.
Approximately 6:30 p.m., and an officer of this court
Oh, there we go.
authorized the removal of the children from the home and the placement of the children into foster care because the children were in imminent danger of abuse or neglect if they remained in the home. Removal of the children from the custodian was and remains necessary to safeguard the children's welfare, continuation of the children in the home, and or returning the children to the home would be contrary to the welfare of the children, and removal of the children is in the best interest of the children because a voluntary kinship care agreement with relatives became insufficient to ensure the safety and welfare of the children during a child death investigation.
So what they're saying there is that the how the grandmother had a kinship with them, which would explain why the mom could stay there. She was being supervised supposedly, right? It was no longer sufficient because there was a child that died. So I wanted to make sure you guys understood that. Yeah, Diane Downs is interesting. That was, oh, have you ever heard of that one, Stephanie?
No, that name doesn't ring a bell at all.
Okay. Well, yeah, Stephanie's kind of newer to true crime, guys. So, like, a lot of these cases that we're
The
like really
national
familiar
ones
with.
I know. Yeah, like the national ones I heard of, but anything past that before a couple years ago, I never looked into
Oh,
anything or knew
yeah.
anything about them.
Yeah. You
Unless
wouldn't
they
know
were on
about it.
Snapped. That's it.
Yeah. She might be on Snapped, but it was probably a long time ago. It's a very
And they
older
don't
case, but
cover true crime the same way either. Like when you watch Snapped, you just watch it and then it's gone. You're not like researching into it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Um,
we should do like one episode. Like we could do just one and with moms that kill instead of doing like their own, and that way it wouldn't be so heavy. You know what I mean? You could just talk
yeah.
about all of them at the same time. Um, and that would probably be a lot better instead of trying to do individual whole episode, whole
Did
shows on that.
Andrea Yates get Insanity at least?
Yeah, she did. Yep.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Okay, sorry guys. I'm gonna push play. I know it's annoying when I keep doing that.
So now we know, or now everybody knows, that the children were not put into Billy Joe's custody by the Department of Family and Services. It was a agreement it was a voluntary kinship care agreement between Leilani and her mother. Okay, so let me continue. The children's sibling, Quentin Simon, date of birth January 8th, 2021, was reported missing on October 5th, 2022. Based upon information obtained in the course of its missing child investigation on October 12th, 2022, law enforcement notified DCFS and the family it was proceeding with a child death investigation. The children and the sibling were living in a home with the mother, the young father, and the maternal grandmother prior to the siblings' disappearance. The mother is a primary subject in the death investigation, and other household members, as well as relatives, continue to be investigated for protective capacity. The mother is a chronic, unrehabilitated substance abuser of cocaine and cannabis. She screened positive for an admitted use of cocaine.
All right, everybody wants to know about if she was on drugs. And I want to say that the kinship thing, okay, I've been talking about my sister's kids. Well, before they went to foster care, they got to save them from going to foster care. Her biological sister did a kinship with the children. Some things happened and it had to be taken back, right? But sometimes the kinship will happen if CPS is going to get involved to save them from going to foster care. Or that's how it was 12 years ago. I don't know if it's still like that, but
Makes
but
sense.
I've seen that happen before. I don't know if, that was 12 years ago. I don't imagine it's changed that much, but either way, they were in the mother's custody. So that
But when something happened to Quentin, then it's the custody that there was, the kinship is gone, and then they have to have a new
one. Yes. Yes. And she tested positive for drugs, so that clears that up. Everybody was speculating.
Who did, Leilani?
And
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Okay.
The mother tested positive for cocaine and THC.
THC at the birth of the child, Sky.
Okay, so at the birth of the child, Sky, that would make sense why they were in a kinship so that the children didn't get taken and put into foster care. Because that baby is, 8 or 9 months old now? The youngest one?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
She has
that was her only
continued to
choice.
screen.
Huh?
That was her only choice. Or
Yes.
they would have went to foster then.
Right. Yes. And she could have at least stayed in their life with the kinship. So, like everyday life, as long as they were, quote unquote, being supervised.
Positive for cocaine. The mother has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and anxiety disorder, for which she has not been receiving ongoing mental health treatment. The maternal grandmother has a permanent guardianship order as to the child Zane, pursuant to the documents from Juvenile Court of Burke County. The maternal grandmother failed let me repeat, the maternal grandmother failed to provide adequate supervision for the child Zane by leaving the child Zane in the home in the care of the mother.
Oh my God.
A
So
person the maternal grandmother knew or should have
she
known was
broke the
unfit.
custody agreement. She was never supposed to leave him home with his mom.
No,
By
that would be
law.
right. Because like
I
when
did
okay,
not know
so
that.
when Joanna
Wow.
did the kinship, she went to prison shortly after. My sister went to prison.
Yeah.
And Walter was out of prison for like the only time ever that I remember that she was in prison. And he wasn't even allowed to babysit. He was allowed to come and help when her sister was there. Other than that,
Supervised
he was
visits
not.
only.
Yes, like he could even spend the night, but it had the sister had to be there. That was the rule, or they would be taken from. That's part of what happened with my sister's kids, but that's another story for a different
Oh.
time. But yes, it's a
So
basically
Quentin
just
should have never been alone in that house with his mom at that time, legally by law. Wow. I did not know that.
oh my god, congratulations, SDA. That's amazing. 5 years is
Yay!
amazing. That is awesome. Thank you, I love you. Thank you.
To provide proper care while the maternal grandmother traveled out of town. The Georgia Department of Human Services, through the Chatham County Department of Family Children Services, made reasonable efforts to prevent the removal of the children from the home and make it possible for the children to return to the home, including consulting with law enforcement, utilizing a voluntary kinship care agreement during the missing child investigation, attempting to verify the maternal grandmother's claim to permanent guardianship of the child Zane and the sibling Quentin, confirming with the Cherokee Nation the children do not qualify as Indian children pursuant to the Indian Child Welfare Act, reviewing Child Protective Services history from other counties, as well as an ongoing Family Preservation Services case, previously providing the mother with substance abuse rehabilitation treatment following in utero drug exposure to the child Zane. Now, Zane is the oldest child, you guys. Excuse me. Providing an updated substance.
Wait. So Zane's the oldest one. So she's had this drug problem all their lives. So she had it with Zane. Wait, so she had it with all three kids? Is that what she
So
just
does
said?
that had they always been in this kinship? Because it said that the maternal grandmother had a lifetime order of guardianship or something. I don't think it said lifetime. It said forever. I think forever guardianship order.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, I don't know. I guess so. I mean,
So that means she
going back to
tested
the
positive
oldest
the first time that
with
she
every
gave birth.
kid. Yeah, and they're on with every other kid.
Ooh.
Basically, that's what it, you know. Oh
Yeah.
my, wow. Okay, well, all right, here we go.
Abuse assessment and rehabilitation treatment following in utero drug exposure of the child Sky and requesting drug screening of the mother. It is therefore ordered pursuant to OCGA 15-11-135A that to protect the children, temporary legal custody of the above referenced children be transferred to the Georgia Department of Human Services.
Wait, where your grandma said was Sky too. Sky is the youngest one. So then it said with Sky and then with Zane, didn't it? Isn't that what it said?
That's what I heard. Yeah. And then it just now said
Yeah.
Sky had in
Well,
utero
it's because it.
drug
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
screenings. It
Yes,
just said, I
because
think,
no.
didn't it say Sky had utero drug screening?
Yes, they're leaving Quentin's out of this because it's talking about the interest of the two alive children. That's why. That's what's in this paperwork is about the two. And so they're talking about the two children that are alive, why it's not in their interest. They're not they Quentin's not mentioned in much of this at all because this is just about the removal of the children. This is
by
just
the
in
state.
their best
Yeah.
interest. Yeah, they're not going into that yet. Which I'm sure it'll come out. It always does, Anyone that I followed, anyways, it always comes out. But these papers are centered around the two children that are presumed to be alive. I mean, I know they are alive because he is presumed to be dead, is what I meant. Deceased. Poor guy.
Through the Chatham
Oh,
County
so sad.
Department of Family and Children's Services, pending further order
Come on.
of the court. It is further ordered the custodian is authorized to obtain physical examination, ordinary medical care, and such additional medical treatment and care which, in the opinion of a licensed physician, requires prompt treatment for the care of children. The preliminary protective hearing shall be held on October 17th, 2022 at 11 a.m. The parties are hereby directed to appear at said hearing.
That's
This
Monday.
has been ordered on the 14th day of October 2022.
Yeah,
and it is
Monday.
Signed by the judge for Chatham County Juvenile Court, which is Thomas Cole. Now, a couple other things that I want to just clear up, some other rumors that are out there. The first one, well, this would be the first one. The second one, Quentin's body has not been found. So dogs were taken out to the landfill. The dogs were able to hit on his scent, but they have not been able to find him in that area. The area where the dogs have hit on his scent has been marked off, and that's why the officers are taking the weekend off. They are re-strategizing. It is a large area of the landfill, and so they have to figure exactly how to move things out of the way in order to find Quentin without harming his physical body. So they will resume that on Monday. The other rumor is about the mother, Leilani, that she is in a hospital or a rehab, and that is not true. She is in a safe location, and the police do know now where she is, and she is not in the home. Lastly, just because they have the information that has led them to believe that Quentin is deceased in the landfill, they cannot make an arrest until they can actually verify that this crime occurred. If one of the rumors that you've been hearing is that Leilani is captured on video throwing Quentin into a dumpster, if the police had that on video, she would be arrested. But as of right now, they do not have that kind of evidence in order to make an arrest. And they don't want to do anything that could hurt or harm this case. So I just wanted to bring this information to you all. I'm supposed to also be getting a couple of more documents. This one came off of Twitter from True Crime Replay. So, but I'm supposed to be getting a couple of more documents because there was some things in some other counties, as you heard me reading, pertaining to the children. And once I get those, I will bring them, to you guys as well. But anyhow, I hope that this cleared up some rumors for you guys and help you guys understand why an arrest has not been made. There is no cover up. The police did not find him and are doing an autopsy. It just, all of that just doesn't even make any sense. If they had found him, she would be in handcuffs. But rest assured, she is in a safe location that the police are aware of. So she's not gonna, get away and run.
Watch her the rest of what she has to say. I just wanted to read her to read the paperwork, but yeah, I'm interested as more paperwork comes out because that was very centered around the two children that they know their whereabouts. Now there was something that one of their dads. Now this isn't fact. I don't want to present this as fact, but I do want to show you guys what one of the rumors are. What are you doing? Oh goodness, Orca.
Hearsay, but still from
Right.
first party, right? Like a direct party.
Yeah. Yes. Hold on. I'll get it. Let me find it. And it because I don't ever want to put anything out that it's, fact when it's not fact. It's very much a hearsay thing because I've seen this in the Facebook groups too, by the way. But this is what. Hold on. I'll show you guys. And this kind of what was being said, by the way.
What's Hooker talking about? She said they got loose.
What got loose? The dog or the kids? The kids are asleep. The dogs, though. Oh, goodness.
Reaching out to me, wanting me to die. I'm sure some of you all have heard it. I mean, I revealed things that were already out there in the media, like the fact that that Quentin Simon is named after his uncle who is in jail for murder, about the great grandmother living right next door to some people who buried their kids in the backyard.
Yeah, I don't know if we didn't ever come back live that day, but I did find some articles about that, by the way. So I verified it for myself. That is very true. And I can share the articles with you guys at the end of this.
Hookers talk about the kids.
Look, I was trying to talk on the phone to Hooker today, and the baby kept I got something really important to tell you. Mom. Oh my gosh. I was like, yes, child, yes.
But I haven't been out here just revealing all of these little secrets and tidbits about these people because I just don't necessarily feel right doing so. But in situations like this, in moments like this is where I really have to question ethics and standards and journalism. Don't get me wrong, I'm just a YouTuber, but when covering cases like this, you basically are an independent journalist. And I'm at a point where I'm like, do we steer clear of revealing information that we know as YouTubers just because the mainstream media hasn't revealed it yet? Are we supposed to wait until the mainstream media reveals these tidbits of information in front of an even wider audience before we bring information to our audiences? So it's always that internal battle that you kind of have, especially when covering cases like this. But for the most part, I've just been focused on wanting to know about what's going on with Quentin. I know there's a lot of other details about this woman's life and about the grandma's life, but a lot of that is irrelevant to the actual case. And I try not to be too judgmental of people's past, but often the past points towards the type of person, a person can be. So I understand why people like to look into people's past when there's a situation like this. Well, there's no need for me to come out and reveal some of the information I know because apparently the mainstream media is doing it for me. And now an article just released with a few details about the type of person Leilani was. Let's just go ahead and dive right into the article. Quentin Simon's mom, Leilani, tried to overdose with kids nearby, and toddler's brother had bruises, an ex claims. A dad has expressed his deep concern about his son's safety and is questioning everything after his little boy's mom was named as the sole suspect in the...
Hey, come take a look at this.
Hold
if you have a
on.
utility meter.
Okay, sorry. Anyways, here we go. Jeez, oh Pete's.
Premium.
I
of
know.
murder of the children. Police in Chatham County, Georgia said on Thursday that Leilani is the primary suspect in 1-year-old Quentin Simon's mysterious disappearance, and the evidence suggests that Quentin is dead. Simon, or Leilani's ex-boyfriend, Cody Wharton, who co-parents their son Zane, said he noticed bruises on his face after he claimed she tried to overdose, I have to say that a little weird, while she was depressed last spring.
So that dad's coming out saying that he noticed some bruising around the same time that she was very depressed on the face, which is, the face is kind of a, I mean, I know kids fall, like my kid had to get stitches one time, you know, from, we had like hardwood floors and we had just mopped and they ran and slipped, those kind of things. But just like abnormal bruising on the face, it scares me. You know what I mean? It's not always bad. Kids have accidents, but I'm saying like, it's definitely like you need to find out what happened kind of thing. I mean, accidents happen.
Definitely.
Kids are always having accidents, but you do gotta find out what.
Wharton, who dated Leilani on and off since 2011 before they split.
Yes.
Okay.
Said he hasn't slept since. Police publicly named her as the primary suspect in Quentin's
Children's Services was involved, but like we talked about this, where your grandma, Children's Services were involved and they were called by more than one person, more than one instance. But it's tricky when dad or the mom and you like have like, he had like, you know, he shared custody with the grandma. A lot of times those are not taken seriously enough because they feel like it's a vengeful thing. But I don't think that he just said, oh, I'm not going to do anything. He's a very involved dad.
Yeah.
Very involved.
And the grandma had custody. So if the questions are about the mom, it's kind of a tricky situation too, because the grandma already technically had custody, so they didn't go to foster care. But they were
Right, and it
involved
could've,
the whole time. But then recently they were involved too, because the babysitter said that she had contacted them and they told them that there was an open case.
Yes, and we're gonna be forward. I mean, he has joint custody, and I don't think it was that. No, for a lack of trying. I know he's trying right now to get full custody, but you know, and like, look, I'm not trying to be stereotypical because God knows I've already shared my woes. I'm not some rich person, right? But from the outside looking in, they had a nice home. The mom had some drug problems, some mental health, but the grandma, it seemed, had a babysitter that was always there. That explains why the babysitter had them even when the mom was home. Remember, she said that, like, there was a lot of nights they would spend the night and she always had them. Remember that? And the mom would kind of go out. So if you're thinking you don't want to completely uproot your person, your child, from the people that they know, they have a good babysitter that you trust.
A lot of states
CPS is
favor
involved.
moms.
Yes. All right. No. So yeah.
He's the father to the oldest, right? Zane is the oldest.
Night Wild One. I'm sorry. What did you say? I'm sorry. You cut
He's
out.
the
What did
father
you say?
to the oldest.
Yes. Isn't Zane the oldest? Yeah. Kathy, yeah, I think that he's maybe just like reflecting back, like he wishes there's something else that he could have done, kind of thing. He hasn't spoken out a lot. He spoke out like this time and one other time, but I understand what you mean, though. I think in some cases too, you take answers that maybe you wouldn't normally take to keep the peace because maybe grandma has custody and she's letting you have him half the time, and you know, we don't know all those circumstances, but either way, I think he's trying to get the child full time right now. I
But now
understand
the
though.
child's going to foster care.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. Well, it might be easier for the dad actually, because they don't want to keep kids in foster care, but they also don't want to split kids up either. That's gonna be tricky since they all had different dads.
October 5th disappearance. Zane needs to be with me. I want to make sure he's safe, Wharton said. I am not sleeping. I am at a point where he needs to be with me. Even now, I am questioning everything. Is he hurt? What is he doing? I don't want to get a call saying your son is hurt and going to the hospital. Wharton claimed when Leilani was allegedly depressed and tried to overdose, he noticed bruises on Zane when he picked him up, but thought the marks were simply caused by being rambunctious. I don't know what happened. I don't know how long the bruises were there, he said. And when she was talking about overdosing, that scared me because my son was there. But what if she had OD'd and couldn't be there for 2 hours? And I couldn't be there for 2 hours. She was always unpredictable. She's always been unpredictable. But I wasn't worried about Zane's safety until all this started going on. She was a good mother. I don't know what happened. Can we pause right there for a moment? Sorry for even laughing, but everything this guy described was a horrible mother. And then he's like, she was a good mother. I don't know what happened. So I'm like, I know it's kind of like the cliche thing to say, but you're talking about this woman ODing in front of kids and bruises being on the kids when you pick them up. So I wouldn't say she was a good mother. I think this is a chain of events that people should have paid attention to. I think people should have paid attention to all of the red flags.
And there were a lot of red flags. I want to find the other article. There's another thing with the dad speaking out too, but I got to find it. But you always want to think that the person that you had kids with is a good parent, but clearly she had a lot of demons. A lot of demons.
Because she didn't just wake up one day and this happened to Quentin. If you really pay attention to the situation and you look into it a little bit, you realize that there has been a chain of events that have kind of led up into this point. But let's just go ahead and dive back into this article. During the interview, Wharton struggled to find the words to describe how he was feeling as he replayed every perceived oddity in a stream of consciousness that now he realized might have been red flags. For example, one past summer, he claims Leilani was overwhelmed, and when he picked up his son, and all he had was winter clothes. Nothing scares me like this. Mind you, this is the middle of the summer, and he picked up Quentin, and all she packed for him was winter clothes. Right now, I want custody. I need to hold my son. I need to see him with my own eyes and make sure he's safe. But he admits getting full custody is not a simple task, as there are a lot of obstacles in his way. Wharton claims authorities told him to fly from New York to Georgia to take a DNA test to prove that he's the father, hire a lawyer to get custody through the courts, and legitimize the father-son relationship. It's unclear who is currently caring for Zane.
He must not be on the birth certificate.
Right. Well, she was, because when you're not married, they automatically do that, right? Isn't that right?
In some states, you cannot be on the birth certificate if you're not married at the time. Some states you can. It just depends. And I'm sure she probably didn't put him on there, is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Makes it
she
more
wasn't allowed to be, she wasn't allowed to be alone with the children. She still clearly was. I'm sure the grandma's beating herself up, no less, because the grandma had to work. She was the only one working in the home. And wait, was she with the youngest?
She shouldn't have stood up and said, that she could take the custody on then.
That's true. That's true. Now, was she with the youngest one's father, or wasn't that like a stepdad ordeal? Wasn't that a new person?
I was thinking it wasn't, she didn't have a kid at all with the new person.
Okay, yeah, I'm not. I wanted to show you guys some stuff. That video, I just wanted to show those parts with you guys, but I wanted to show you guys.
I feel bad for grandma. I know she's going through it too, but clearly she wasn't apt to take on the role that she signed up for, to keep the child out of foster care. And clearly he was not better off out of foster care, because look how it turned out.
So this is the mom and the grandma. She posted this after the baby went missing. And this is her and her daughter. Hold on. And it says toxicity looks like this. And it's her and her daughter. I don't know. That speaks
not what toxicity looks like, but okay.
It was the grandma posted it. I'm guessing it was right when she might have been told about it. It was very strange that she posted that. And the grandma lost her kids. So I'm not like whenever my sister lost the kids, I wanted to do it, but I had 3 infants. They went because I had 3 infants, right? And even just to go through the beginning process, they make you have never lost kids? No. You never lost any kids to the state? No. That's like the biggest thing. Her sister, her biological sister, had to, wait to be approved and all that. I mean, they did want to rush a lot of things, but they wanted to make sure that she had never lost kids and that she had never. This grandma had a crazy background, so it must have been a rush situation to try to save them from foster care. Some
Then why was
dots,
she able to do it?
I don't know.
Was
I
it
have
because
no
it was her
time.
grandkid and not a kid? Maybe they asked her, "Had you ever?" That's
Maybe,
strange.
but usually they're very strict. But she has like a big criminal past, which I know I don't hold that against her. I think people can turn around too. I'm just surprised that she was able to get the kinship with all of that, right? Because usually if you're a felon, it's a no-go. That's a no. I'm not judging her for her past, so don't take it that way because I know people are capable of change. What I'm saying is that's usually the first couple of things that they say will stop you from getting the kinship or like transferring, your custody to a family member. Those things will usually stop you, at least where I'm from. So, I don't know how that happened, but it did. I'm not blaming the grandma. I don't want anybody to take it like that or shaming her. I'm just surprised is all. So,
Yes, Pugs Wash, and I totally agree. And she didn't do that, unfortunately. And I know she would change it now. She could. But
right. She would change it for sure. All right. We're going to watch one more thing, then I'm done. I wanted to watch the, hold on. Hold on, let me get it. It's the babysitter's like very last Facebook Live, and then we can be done. We've been on for a while already. Hold on a second. Let me find it.
okay, I'm back.
Um,
I'm getting sleepy.
Me too. I'm gonna watch one more thing, and then I'm just trying to find this where my mind just went totally blank. Oh my god, what was I looking for? Oh, babysitter. I know. No. Okay, the babysitter did one more live. Let me find it, and then we'll go. Oh, this was 7 hours ago.
Oh, I haven't seen this.
Yeah. Hold on. She calls out weird true crime troll talking about blowjob Betty and them. Sorry. Okay.
Well, they're technically out in front of her house too, right? Because she lives right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Side
Let
of
me
them.
find
She's
it.
tired of looking at them.
Probably tired of being, and they said they were messaging her and shit too. So, all right.
Well, Betty said when people come outside, she like ambushes them with questions and shit. They can even go to their car without Bullhorn Betty coming up to them with a microphone.
Right. Oh my God. Can you imagine
Oh,
walking up to that? Your whole life being flipped out? Yeah. As soon as this, I mean, I'm already getting tired, but we've already been on for almost 3 hours. Oh my God. I knew it would be a while tonight just because of how much stuff there was. All right. Here we go.
I'm making this
always
video.
all over the camera.
I know someone's got to teach her how to back up a little bit though. Poor thing.
A
She was
couple
just kind of
inches.
thrown into it.
Yesterday was the last time I planned on going on live. But I'm making this video because I woke up to just people being nasty, trolls, these YouTubers that have literally put my record all over Facebook, all over TikTok, all over social media. And that's fine. Like
I forgot.
Yes, to answer a lot of your questions, because like I said, I'm getting so many messages, I cannot answer them all. In 1996 and 1997, I did have domestic violence on my record. I'm not going to get into all the details, but I can tell you that I was with a man at that time that was a lot bigger than me and hit me, and I defended myself. And it was a bad situation. Was I perfect? No, not at all. But I've never been in trouble for drugs. I've never had my kids taken away. I've never hurt anybody at all. Never. So it's just like, it's a lot that these people are doing to me, and I don't understand why, but that's okay. And yes, I was in trouble for buying something stolen. Didn't know it was stolen.
For money. That's why they do it.
Had no idea. They said they needed money for to move. So I had bought an air conditioner and a DVD player, I believe. I can't even remember. Exactly. This has been a while ago. The domestic violence was in 1996, I believe. So yeah, I haven't been into any trouble.
That's like 30 years ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? And she's never been in trouble since then. I don't know what relevance that would have. She didn't do them or anything.
Total fucking bullshit. It's bullshit. Why she didn't do anything wrong. She was a babysitter to a little boy that something terrible happened to. She didn't have any involvement. There's nothing she could have done differently. Like, what the fuck does her record have to do with any of that? At all.
So besides something, in my opinion, what the fuck?
Since 2010.
I can't stand
And that was what I just told you.
Oh, sorry. What'd you say?
Says this.
Oh, Justin
Is why I can't stand Justin. That was his title. Oh, the babysitter's a felon. Fuck you.
Oh my god. Yeah, not everybody's handed everything on a silver platter with the Tesla and shit, Justin. So get the fuck over yourself. Oh, I forgot about his little ass. We'll have to do him like tomorrow or something because I'm too tired. But I forgot about him tonight. But trust and believe I won't next time.
But it's just crazy how they're attacking me. And like, it doesn't really bother me that they're saying stuff about me. But what bothers me is the people messaging me and saying, oh, well, you did this. You weren't capable of taking care of kids. Yes, I was. I was able to take care of kids. And then they're saying that I am on Social Security. No, I'm not. I'm only 47 years old and I work. That's not true. And they're reporting me for getting a check and working. Listen, I'm not on food stamps. I'm not on Medicaid, and I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but these are just lies that people are saying. If they found all that out, they can check. My kids has not been on Medicaid. My kids, we don't get food stamps.
What
we work.
if they were?
But it's just a lot of lies that are going around that are absolutely.
And this right here is wrong. Oh, yes, of course, Warrior Grandma. Absolutely.
Why do
for
any
sure.
people listen? If none of these family members ever talk to any of you grimy motherfuckers ever again, I would never blame them. This lady didn't know what she was stepping into. She had no idea about the community. But okay, so because she was willing to come and talk whenever you all wanted her to, now you're willing to fucking take food out of her kids' mouths because she's not on food stamps. But if she was, why would it fucking matter?
Right. I don't give a fuck about that. Like I cannot. And then like I don't even hold the moms. That's why I wanted to preface it with I don't think there's any like the grandma. I wasn't judging her for having a past at all. I was just surprised she was able to get custody. And this babysitter doesn't deserve to be judged on her past either. Like I have the grandma's mugshots and everything. I'm not sharing them because it doesn't matter. Like
that doesn't mean that anything. But at the very least, the grandma signed up to not leave him alone with the mom, and she did. She made a horrible mistake. This lady right here did nothing but improve his life. Like it was probably much better off that he was with her as much as he fucking was. Like you all are horrible, shitty fucking people.
They are. They'll dig into literally anybody. They're trash.
Not true. And I just told you what I had on my record. Yes. I mean, she even said I had a ticket for a seatbelt. Well, I guess if I got a ticket for a seatbelt, then I am a bad person that you cannot leave your kids with.
You're the guy with the gun, the person who would do it.
My God, I cannot. I'm so frustrated with I forgot about Justin. I don't think that even the grandma's passed. Like, other than to say, how does she get custody because of the stipulations that are usually in place? That's the end of it. I don't care about her past. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, don't make her guilty of anything.
No, and this babysitter, damn sure.
Mistake. No, and
right,
not her.
Oh, it's so frustrating.
But I don't babysit.
I don't know how these people
still
come to YouTube and talk to these motherfuckers.
I don't know.
The fact that they can still voodoo these people into getting them over here, then to attack them after for a fucking year to come. Like, you all are sick, and eventually people are going to catch on to where nobody will ever talk to you guys, and I can't wait till that day happens.
It's so
Because you don't
sad.
have the cases at all. Sorry.
No, they ruin them. They destroy them. They have potential to actually destroy them. Like legit destroy them from the tear them up all the way. It's terrible.
Oh man, oh man, oh man.
Mm,
And
I
this
forgot
is
about
one with me. I'm not babysitting
so mad.
anymore. Because for me to be such a good person and to love Quentin so much, they have literally run me in the ground. So I will not be babysitting any more kids. I work. I don't have to babysit kids, but I do love kids. So with that being said, like I said, I have so many messages that it's just impossible to answer them all. I'm not ignoring anyone, but I just wanted to come in here and say, they showed my record. It's okay. It's not a horrible record. Do I wish I would have never hit someone that had domestic violence? Yes, but at the time I had to protect myself. So I just wanted to let you all know that is, and no one's perfect, no one's perfect. And a lot of people don't get in trouble for domestic violence, but it depends on what kind of situation you're in as well. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of clear the air because I don't even know this lady from YouTube, and she was really, it was really bad. Like I was so mad, but we have freedom of speech here, and that can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing. But yeah, so that is what the lady was saying and talking about. Like I said, I've never been in trouble for hurting kids, never hurt anyone, just defending myself in the 90s. That's it. And it wasn't like I bashed someone's head in, or it was just me sticking up for myself. But he was a man, he was a lot bigger than me. So what I did to him did not hurt him at all. Trust me. But yeah, I was just letting y'all know that because it's like everywhere. And I haven't talked to the news. And then they said I talked to Inside Edition.
I'm not sure. She said they said
If
there's
she's
talking
talking
inside
about
edition.
Bullhorn Betty, and I don't know if that's who she's talking about, but if people have that on their record, I'm pretty sure it doesn't mean much in this community. I'm just saying.
You know that half of people sitting in his chat probably have the same kind of bullshit on their record, especially 30 years ago. Because if it was in the 90s, we are in the 2020s. Like that's why even when I got sent the grandma's record and stuff, I decided not to use it because it was older. It's from like 2014, and I don't think it makes her a bad person, and I never wanted to take that angle. So I definitely don't care about the babysitter's fucking past. The mom, of course, yes, of course, because that's relevant. All the rest of it's not. The mom is the grandma made a bad decision. She probably took more than she could take care of. She bit more than she could chew off, kind of thing, and made bad decisions. But the only person that is a suspect in this murder case is this mother. I do think the grandma, like you said, shouldn't have agreed to do something she couldn't handle, right? I totally get that. But hey, wait a minute. How was she going to evict them if she had kinship over the kids?
They live there. She just wasn't supposed to leave them at night
Yeah, but
alone.
she was going to evict them with the mother. She wanted the mother and the 3 kids out. That is literally on a police report.
The kids were on the eviction notice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait a
Well,
minute.
maybe
Okay.
grandma put them on there, but that wasn't possible to happen. But then why would they have let her put that on the eviction notice?
Well,
That's a great
she fills the eviction out, but I'm saying like she couldn't have evicted. That's weird. I'll have to go back and look at that now that you know what I mean. I'll have to revisit that, but doesn't make any sense. Yeah, that's right. It
So
doesn't.
maybe
Yeah.
there wasn't. Maybe she didn't. Then maybe she
So
didn't do.
there's a police report with it. It's definitely like I've seen it. There's an actual police report where she was going to file the eviction for the mom and the 3 kids.
No,
Hold
I'm
on.
saying maybe she did not. Like maybe she was allowed to leave them at night. Then that's possible.
Well, I don't know. Something's not adding up for sure, but nothing ever does necessarily. It just hit me. It doesn't really matter anyways, I guess. But yes, look at Blowjob Betty's record. I mean, come on now. Hooked on the police report. She said that she was going to, hold on a second.
I heard somebody say out loud the kids were listed. I think it was on a news station that I heard that.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
could
and
be
there's
wrong.
paper
I
with it.
definitely heard that.
Hold
100%.
hold on a second. I'll share it with you guys before. I mean, I'll put it in here, or also put it on my community post. I've already shared it. The kids were on it. She said she wanted the mom and the mom, the mother, and the 3 kids out.
And the
That was
boyfriend.
and the boyfriend. She wanted all them out. Nobody was living in any peace. Hold on. Eviction September. Hold on.
Yeah, that was definitely not going to happen if she had guardianship and they weren't even allowed to be alone with her at night. Like, that makes no sense.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and find it, and I'll put it on my community post. But they were on that. Stephanie, I know you guys. You can go if you have to go. I'll look for this for a second. You sound so tired. I just got to find this now. It's going to bother me. You can go. It's fine. You can go ahead and jump down.
Way
And
early today.
I know. And now, like, I want to go to bed early. Hold on a second. I'm going to keep looking for this for a second. Because it's gonna drive me crazy.
Where I seen it. Like, I seen it recently, like maybe even today.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
just seen
know
it.
where.
It'll be in my history. Hold on. I'm gonna find it. I'm actually determined. Hold on. Let me find this real quick. I'm looking through my history. Sorry guys. I can't see
Huck
chat.
said I can't be 100%, so I'll STF you about that. Lol.
No, it's okay because it's gonna drive me crazy now. Like, because can you ever see something in your head, but you can't like remember
Yes,
where
right
you've
now.
seen it?
Yes,
Yes, like
right
that's
now.
literally my only problem. Is like, wait a minute, I know I've seen it. I think I shared it on my first
That was
live.
genius that you thought of that right before we got off. Like, that never crossed my mind. It was 1 week before the little boy went missing. Mom and kids off her property. I guess grandma got her wish. Oh,
Oh, well,
man,
yeah. Hold on. Oh wait, I'm getting close to it
it is
because
brutal.
this is the stuff from the first live that we did. So hold on. Give me a second.
Oh, that's maybe where we seen it.
Where?
Once whenever we were live. I think we
Yeah,
went over
we
it.
we watched it. Yes, that's what I'm saying, but I don't know where.
Yeah, I
Like I
still don't
hate
know
that.
where either.
Me neither. And you know what? I'm gonna have to
What did
keep
you
looking because
watch?
no. Hold on.
I can't
Wait.
tell you.
Landfill. Hold on, I'm getting close to it. Where's Quentin? Wait, was it on Darkness Exposed? Hold on.
I don't think so.
Hold on, I'm looking. I don't know that. Hold on a second. Nope, I think it was like right before this one, so at least I'm in the right spot. Like I'm getting close to it. It's gonna drive me crazy now. Like otherwise, usually I wouldn't care. It's like, oh, well, I know where I saw it, but I've watched so much on this case
I
that
agree with that, Hooked. He said it was poor
it,
judgment only. Yeah, and everybody has lapse in judgment, you know? Like, I don't
absolutely.
I don't fault her for what happened at all, because even if that wasn't supposed to happen, like, yes, if she was supposed to be there, she should have been there and been supervising or whatever, but she could never have imagined what happened. Nobody's brain is going to go to that.
Yes, and you know what I still need to do too? I still need to go back through that phone call with Ziggy and the babysitter and timestamp some
Oh, yeah.
things. Okay, hold on. Wait, I think I'm wait.
I can't even
Facebook.
remember people we watch talk about this. Nothing. Like, I'm useless right now.
Me too. I'm okay. You know what? I'll find it by tomorrow whenever I can go live or something because there's so much. I actually have like my whole thing is about this case, all of my history. So I'm having to go and click on each one. That's just going to take way too long. But I will find the eviction thing just because it's bothering me, not because it's bothering anybody. It's just annoying. But I really got to jump down because it's already been 3 hours and I got to switch laundry still and load the dishwasher. So
yeah,
thank you guys for hanging out so long. I agree that it was only only poor judgment. I don't even want to be judgy to the grandma. The only thing I don't like is that I feel like if she couldn't handle it, maybe she could have asked the dads for more help or something. But then again, we all have moments of like we coulda, shoulda, woulda,
Yeah.
and it's too late.
And
So
hindsight's
uh,
always 2020. Now we know what happened clearly, so we're like, oh, you should have done something different.
what?
But in the
Thank you.
moment,
Go ahead. Sorry,
oh,
I found it. I think. Hold on. Go ahead.
I just said in the moment before this ever happened, you just can't imagine that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly. Can't
Go to
imagine.
sleep, Kathy said.
I
Okay, I'm
know. I'm
going.
going to
Good night,
sleep. All right.
guys. Bye,
Thank you for
Amanda.
coming up. Good night.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Okay, I'm gonna see you tomorrow. I'm gonna play this for you guys before we leave, just so that plus it'll be a good refresher. Because I feel like, am I going crazy or is that what was said? I hate that. Here, we're gonna watch it one more time and then I'm gonna go to sleep after I do all this.
Of a missing toddler. Quentin Simon was last seen on Wednesday morning. Law enforcement officers have scoured the area around his home with dogs, drones, by land, by air. WSAB's lead investigative reporter Brett Buffington has been following the story from day one. Tonight, he breaks down the timeline of the case.
At just 20 months old, Quentin Simon hasn't been seen for 60 hours. In those moments, we have told you a lot about the search to find him. But to tell you about the environment he was living in, we have to back up weeks. September 7th, police were called to Quentin's grandparents' home, where Quentin, his mother, her boyfriend, 2 other children, and the grandparents live. There was a fight, this police report says, between Quentin's mom, LaLaney Simon, and her mother, Billy Joe Howell. LaLaney called the cops on her mom. When officers showed up, she told them she was on probation and didn't want trouble. We don't know what that probation is for. The report says when police officers talked with LaLaney's brother, he told them that Quentin's mom had a history of stealing and used the money to buy drugs. A day later, September 8th, Billy Joe Howell wanted her daughter and her daughter's boyfriend out. She filed for eviction. According to the document, she didn't want any money. She just wanted her 22-year-old daughter, LaLaney, her boyfriend, Daniel Youngkin, and the 3 kids to leave.
Thank you, Tree Frog. I actually thought I was going crazy. Oh my god. Hey, hey, Personi. Hey, my goodness. Hold on, I gotta get a drink. Okay, we're getting ready to leave. I'm getting ready to leave now. Well, we can finish this now.
Quickly, here's where the
Hooked. I think I know why you got confused though, because the first day it was about the mom and the boyfriend. Excuse me, mom and the boyfriend, and that's why it was confusing. Because I think I got confused at first too.
Mother wrote it. They damaged her property, and no one is living in peace.
Oh.
September 16th, LaLaney and Daniel found out about the eviction, but we now know as recently as last Wednesday, the 2 were still living here. That gets us to Wednesday, the morning little Quentin was last seen. At 5:29 a.m., babysitter Diana McCarta got a text message. She told us it was from Quentin's mom, saying Diana didn't have to watch the kids today. Police told us the boyfriend, who we now know is Daniel Youngkin, police say that's the last time Quentin was seen. 9 a.m., another text message to babysitter Diana, this time from a grandparent, asking if Diana had seen the toddler. The 911 call 42 minutes later at 9:42 a.m. The WSAV investigative unit has...
Okay, so there's the original timeline. And even with guardianship, unless it's safety plan, CBS. Right. I explained this a little bit earlier that, okay, because she had tested positive with the children, it was probably like, that's a suggestion that caseworkers will give you to do that so that CPS is not involved, but they were clearly involved because during her pregnancy she was using, right? So I don't know. I can't wait for more paperwork to come out. If you hadn't heard, if you weren't here earlier, Hook, rewind to when I played what's her name? Frick, Avery's video, because she just got some paperwork in that explains things a lot more, I felt like. So you should rewind and watch that. But I did see her comment. Me too, Pugs Watch Night. There's so much in my history, it's hard to find stuff now. But night, guys, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. I am going to finish up and go to bed. Bye. Thanks for coming. Thank you guys. Bye.